Namaskaram. So today is 13th December, our second day for the Divine Discourse. And before his discourse, there is a sloka recitation competition going on. And before that, to light up the diya, we would request our
parents over here to please come forward and light the diya. Please come.
सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते महालक्ष्मी नमस्तुभ्यं नमस्तुभ्यं सुरेश्वरी हरिप्रिये नमस्तुभ्यं दयानिधे नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीवीरेश्वरपूजिते चन्द्रचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुरभयङ्करी सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोऽस्तुते सिद्धिबुद्धिप्रदे देवी भक्तिमुक्तिप्रदायिनी मन्दमूर्ते महादेवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते अद्यन्तरहिते देवी आदिशक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योगसम्भुजे महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते स्थूलसूक्ष्म महारौद्रे महाशक्ति महोदरे महापापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते नमस्ते शास्त्रे श्रीवीरेश्वरपूजिके चन्द्रचक्रगदाहस्ते महाकाली नमोस्तुते नमस्ते शरण्ये शिवे सानुकम्बे नमस्ते जगद्व्यापिके विश्वरूपे नमस्ते जगद्वन्दे पदारिविन्दे नमस्ते सदा पाहि मा भद्रकाली.
Kids, are you ready? Very good. Judges? Are we ready, judges?
Yes.
The timer?
Yes.
Yes. So, today's sloka recitation competition is about to start and the kids are excited. And the first participant would be Karthikeyan.
My name is Karthikeyan. I'm going to recite 18th chapter. Sannyasasya mahabaho tattvamiccami veditum tyagasya च कृषिकेशा पृथक्केशि निषूदना काम्यानां कर्मणां व्यासं संन्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणा त्याज्यं दोषवदित्येके कर्म बाहुर्मनीषिणा यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यम् इति चापरे निश्चयं शृणु मे तत्र त्यागे भवतः सत्तमा त्यागो हि पुरुषव्याघ्रः त्रिविधसम्प्रकीर्तितः यज्ञदानतपः कर्म न त्याज्यं कार्यमेव तत् यज्ञोदानं तपश्चैव पावनानि मनीषिणा एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानीति मे पात निश्चितं मतमुत्तमं नियतस्य तु सन्न्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहातस्य परित्यागः तामसः परिकीर्तितः दुःखमित्येव यत्कर्म कार्यक्लेशं त्यक्त्वा फलं चैव सत्यागः सात्विको मतः दुःखमित्येव यत्कर्म कार्य नद्भिश्चकुशलं कर्म कुशलेन अनुसज्जते त्यागी सत्त्वसमाविष्टः मेधावी छिन्न संशयः न हि देहभृता शक्यं त्यक्तुं कर्माणि शेषतः यस्तु कर्मफलत्यागी सत्यागी अभिधीयते न ततस्ति पृथिव्याम दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्त्वम् अनिष्टमिष्टं मिश्रं च त्रिविधकर्मणः फलं भवत्यत्यागिनां प्रेत्या न तु सन्न्यासिनां क्वचित् पञ्चैतानि महाबाहो पावनानि निबोध मे साङ्ख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम् अधिष्ठानं तथा कर्ता करणं च पृथग्विधं विविधाश्च पृथक् चेष्टा दैवं चैवात्र पञ्चमं शरीरवान् मनोभिर्यत् कर्म प्रारभते नरः न्यायं वा विपरीतं वा पञ्चेते तस्य हेतवः तत्रैवं सति कर्तारम् आत्मानं केवलं तु यः त्यागकृतबुद्धिद्वान् सन्न्यासिनां क्वचित्
Participants, please note, you have to maintain the time limit. It is 3 minutes only, so maintain the time limit, and you are supposed to utter your name and the sloka which you are going to recite. So make sure that you are finishing the sloka within the time slot. Next participant is Shridhar.
My name is Shridhar. I am going to recite 18th chapter. Yadakrechānuvante ca sukam mohanamaatmanah vidvarasya pramadotam yattamasamutahratam natarasti vidivyam va divideveshu va punaha sattvam prakarvijayamuktam यदेव्यस्यात्रिभिर्गुणैः ब्राह्मणक्षत्रियविषा शूद्राणां च परं तपः कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावप्रभवैर्गुणैः
say chapter 16, slokas 1 to 15. Atashodashodhyaya Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Shri Bhagavan Vacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhe Dhyana Yoga Vyavastiti Dhanam Damasya Yajnasya Swadhyayastapādyavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhas Tyagashyantirapeshinam Daya Bhuteshwalo Luptvam Madhavam Hirachapalam Tejasyamadasi Kaucham Adroho Nati Manita Avanti Sampadam Devin Avijatasya Bharata Dambo Darpo Bhimanasya Krodha Parishyameva Ajnanam Chabidadasya Partha Sampadam Asurim Devi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandaya Surimata Vasaja Sampadam Devim Avijatosi Pandava Dvau Bhuta Sargo Lokesmin Devasureva Devo Vistarha Prota Asuram Parthameshunu Pravrittim Cha Nivrittim Cha Janana Vidurasura Na Saucham Napi Chacharo Na Satyam Teshu Vidyate Asatyam Apratishtam Te Jagadahana Nishwaram Aparaspara Sambhutam Kimanyat Kama Hetukam Etam Drishyama Vastabhya Nashtatmanolpabuddhaya Prabhavanti Ugra Karmana Shayaya Jagatoita Kama Mashukta Dushpuram Dambamana Madhanvita Mohat Gretva Sadgrahan Pravartante Suchivrata Chintam Aprineyam Cha Pralyantam Upashita Kamo Paboga Paramayeta Vatiti Nishtita Asha Pasha Sutit Baddha Kama Krodha Parayana Ihante Kama Bogartam Anyayenartha Sanchayan Idam Madhyamaya Labdam Imam Prapse Manoratam Idam Astiram Api Me Bhavishyati Punardanam Asau Maya Hata Shatrur Hanishecha Paranipi Ishwarohama Ambogi Siddhoham Balavan Sukhi Adyo Bhijanavanesmi Konyo Sishadrishomaya Yakshe Dasyami Modasya Ityajnani Mohita.
Judges, please note the next participant is Aparna Srinivasan.
Namaskaram. My name is Aparna Srinivasan and I am going to recite Bhagavad Gita chapter 16 slokas 1 to 15. Atashodashodhyayah Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Daivasara Sampad Vibhaga Yoga Shri Bhagavan Vacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhe Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti Dhanam Damascha Yajnascha Swadhyayastapājavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhas Tyagashyantirapeshinam Daya Bhuteshwaro Ruptvam Madhavam Vrirachaparam Tejakshamadriti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Abhijatasya Bharatam Dambo Darpo Bhimanascha Krodha Parishyameva Cha Ajnanam Chabijadasya Partha Sampadamasurim Devi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandaya Surimata माश च सम्पदं देवीम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डवा द्वौ भूतसर्गोलोकेऽस्मिन् दैव आसुर एव च दैवो विस्तारशः प्रोक्ता आसुरं पार्थ मे शृणु प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च जनाना विदुरासुरा न शौचं नापि चाचारो न सत्यं तेषु विद्यते असत्यम् अप्रतिष्ठं ते जगदाहुरनीश्वरम् अपरस्परसम्भूतं किमन्यत् कामहेतुकम् एतां दृष्टिमवस्तभ्य नस्तात्मानोऽल्पबुद्धया प्रभवन्ति उग्रकर्माणा क्षयाया जगतो हिता काममाश्रित्य दुष्पूरं दम्भमानमदान्विता मोहात् गृहीत्वा सद्ग्राहान् प्रवर्तन्ते शुचिव्रता चिन्तामपरिमेयां च प्रलयान्तामुपाश्रिता कामोपभोगपरमा एतावदिति निश्चिता आशापाशशतेर्बद्धा कामक्रोधपरायणा इहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यायेनार्थसञ्चयान् इदमद्य मया लब्धम् इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदमस्तीदमपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् असौ मया हतः शत्रुर्हनिष्ये चापरानपि ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी आद्यो विजनवान् अस्मि कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्षे दास्यामि मोदिष्य इत्यज्ञानविमोहिता। हरे कृष्ण।
And our next participant is Leah Ram Prasad.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Leah Ramprasad, and today I'm going to be reciting Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, verses 39 to 50. Om Ashtadashodhyayah Shri Bhagavanuvacha Yadagre Chanubandhe Cha Sukham Mohanamatmanaha Nidralasya Pramadotham Tattamasamudahritam Natadasti Prithivyam Va Devi Deveshu Va Punaha Sattvam Prakriti Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam Cha Parantapa Karmani Pravibhaktani Swabhava Prabhavar Gunaihi Shamodamastapa Shaucham Kshantirajavameva Cha Jnanam Vijnanamastikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam Shauryam Tejo Dhritir Yuddhe Chapyapalayanam Danam Ishvara Bhavascha Kshatram Karma Swabhavajam Krishi Gauraksha Vanijyam Vaishyakarma Swabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Swabhavajam Sve Sve Karmanyabhirataha Samsiddhim Labhate Naraha Swakarmanirata Siddhim Yata Vindati Tatshunu Yata Pravithir Bhutana Yena Sarvamidam Tatam Swakarmanatamabhyacha Siddhim Vindati Manavaha Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanushthitat Swabhavaniyatam Karma Kurvannapnoti Kilbisham Sahajam Karma Kaunteya Sadoshamapi Natyajet Sarvarambha hi doshena Dhumenagmirivavritah Asakta buddhis sarvatra Jitatma vigataspryahah Naishkarmya siddhim paramam Sannyasena digacchati Siddhim prapto yata brahma तताप्नोति निबोध मे समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठज्ञानस्य या परा। ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे हरि ओं श्री।
If there is anyone who couldn't recite yesterday and those who wish to participate today can come forward so that we can get a time slot for them. So just come forward if there is someone who missed yesterday's participation. And judges, our next participant is Dhruva Roy.
Hare Krishna, chapter 16, sloka 1-8. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhe Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti Danam Damascha Yagyascha Swadhayastapo Ajavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodas Tyaga Shantirapeshunam Daya Bhuteshvaloluktam Madhavam Rirachapalam Teja Shama Dhriti Shaucham Adroho Nati Manita Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Avijatasya Bharata Dambo Darpo Avimanascha Krodha Parushamevacha Ajnana Chabijatasya Partha Sampadamasurim Devi Sampad Vimokshaya Debandaya Surimata Masucha Sampadam Devim Avijatosi Pandava Dvabhuta Sargo Lokesmen Deva Asura Evacha Deva Vishtara Saprokta Asaram Partha Mesurnu Pravyatrim Cha Nivritam Cha Janana Vidurasura Nasaucham Napi Chachara Nasatyam Teshu Vidyate Asatyam Apratishkamte Jagatahuraneshwara Aparaspara Sambhutam Kimmanat Kama Haitukam. Hare Krishna.
Once again, I would like to repeat that the ladies' toilet is over there and the gents' toilet you can use these curtains, and behind is the toilets, so facilities are there. And make sure don't walk around or run around, and at the same time encourage the kids by switching off. No, I won't say that, but you can keep the phones in silent mode or in vibrate mode so that kids will not get disturbed at all. And the next participant for today's sloka recitation competition is Uddesh.
Hari Om, my name is Uddish. I am going to say chapter 18. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Paramatma नमः। अथ अष्टादशोऽध्यायः मोक्षसंन्यासयोगः। अर्जुन उवाच यदग्रे चानुबन्धे च सुगं मोहनमात्मनः निद्रालस्य प्रमादोत्तं तत्तामसमुदाहृतं न ददस्ति पृथिव्यां वा दिवि देवेषु वा पुनः सत्त्वं प्रकृतिजैर्मुक्तं त्रिभिर्गुणैः ब्राह्मणक्षत्रियविषां शूद्राणां च परन्तप कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि स्वभावप्रभवैर्गुणैः शमोदमस्तपश्शौचं शान्तिराज्यम् एव च ज्ञानं विज्ञानमास्तिक्यं ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजं शौर्यं तेजो धृतिर्दाक्ष्यम् उद्युच्चाप्यपलायनं दानमीश्वरभावश्च क्षात्रं कर्म स्वभावजम् कृषिगौर्यक्षवाणिज्यं वैश्यकर्म स्वभावजं परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्वापि स्वभावजं स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मणा निरतः सिद्धिं यदा विन्दति तक्षुणो यदप्रवृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वम् इदं तदं स्वकर्मणात्मभ्यच्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवः श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः पदधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम् सहजं कर्म कौन्तेय सदोषमपि न त्यजेत् सर्वारम्भः हि दोषेण धूमेनाग्निविवावृतः असक्तबुद्धिर्सर्वत्र चितात्मा विगतस्पृहा नैष्कर्म्यसिद्धिं परमां संन्यासेनाधिगच्छति सिद्धिं प्राप्तो यदा ब्रह्मा तथाप्नोति निबूधमे समासेनैव कौन्तेय निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य या परा बुद्ध्या विशुद्धया युक्तो हृदात्मानं नियम्य च शब्दान्तीं विषयां श्रुत्वा रागद्वेषौ विदस्य च विविक्तसेवी लघ्वाशी यतवाक्याय मानसः ध्यानयोग्य परो नित्यं निष्ठा ज्ञानस्य वैराग्यं समुपाश्रिताः हरि ओम्।
With this, we came to an end to the sloka recitation competition. Next is the performances by kids for classical dance as well as devotional song programs. Okay, judges, please note there is one more participant. Okay, Pranav Karthikeyan. Judges, please note Pranav Karthikeyan is here. Pranav, the time limit is 3 minutes. And here comes Pranav.
Chapter 15, from 1 to 10. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमदः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह ततोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठाः अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्ति प्रसृता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोषा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालात् द्वन्द्वे विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसंज्ञै गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तद् न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशय श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठानमनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः। हरि ओम्।
As we come to an end to this sloka recitation competition, I would request Dhruva Roy to come forward and present his devotional song.
वो अपना सबका है प्यारा हो, सबका है प्यारा हो। बनसी बजैया का करे यशोदा मैया, बड़ा नटखट है रे। धन्यवाद।
Nutcut as well as multi-talented Dhruva. The next performance is by David Pratap and Ritvik Pratap with their devotional song. Come on, encourage the kids with your applause.
ऐगिरि नन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति वेशिति कण्ठकुडुम्बिनि भूरि कुडुम्बि भूरि कृते। जय जय महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्दयदर्शिनि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करदोषिणि कीर्तिशमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मतशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते। जय जय महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अयि जगदम्ब कदम्बवनप्रियवासिनि हासरते शिखरि शिरोमणि तुंग हिमालय शृङ्गनिजालय मध्यगते मधुमधुरे मधुकैतभवञ्जिनि रासरते। जय जय महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते विखण्डितवृन्दविवृन्दितशुण्डगजाधिपते रिपुगजगण्डविदारणचण्डपराक्रमशुण्डमृगाधिपते निजभुजदण्डनिपातितकण्डविपातितमुण्डबताधिपते। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐरणधर्मतशत्रुवधोदितदुर्गरनिर्जनशक्तिकृते चतुरविचारधुरीनमहाशिवदूतपितत्परमाधिपते दुरितदुर्यदुराशय दुर्मतिदानवधूतकृतान्तमते। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते शरणगतवैरिवधूवरवीरवरावयदायकरे त्रिभुवनमस्तकशूलविरोधिशिरोधिकृतामयशूलकरे दिविदिविदामरदुन्दुविनादमहोमुकरे कृतविघ्नकरे। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कृतिमातर्यराकृतधूम्रविलोचनधूम्रशते सरलविशोणितशोणितबीजसमुद्भवशोणितबीजयुते शिव शिव शुम्भनि शुम्भमहावकल्पितभूतपिशाचरते। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते धनुरनुशङ्करनक्षनसङ्गपरिस्फुटिदङ्गनकर्कटके कनकपिशङ्कपुषक्तनिशङ्करसत्पथिसिंहटावटिके वृतचतुरङ्गबलक्षितिरङ्गकडग्बहुरङ्गरटपटके। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जप्य जय जय शब्दपरिस्तुति तत्फल विश्वगते बन बन बींजिबिबिंकृतनूपुरसेवितमोहतभूतपते नडितनदात्तनलीनडनायकनादितनादसुगानरते। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐसु मनस्सु 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 मनोहरकान्तियुते श्रीधर जनी रजनी 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 रजनीतर वक्रवते सुनयमिनि भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते। जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते महावल्लम वल्लम मल्लितरल्लिकमल्लरते विरचिते वल्लिक मल्लिक मल्लिक बिल्लिक बिल्लिक वर्धवते चित्रकुट पुल्ल समिल्ल सितारण जल्लते पल्लव चल्लवते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते अविरल गण्डक रत्मदमेद मादमटङ्गन राजपते त्रिभुवनभूषण भूत कलानिधि रूपपयोनिधि राजसुदे ऐसुद तीजन लालस मानस मोहन मन्मथ राजसुदे जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुदे. Thank you.
Our next participant is Sri Vallaban Sriram with Achyuta Sadakam. Come on.
Achyuta Shatakam, also known as Achyuta Shayam, written by Swami Vedanta Deshikam in Prakritam. I am just saying the 1 to 15. It is in place of Lord Devanatha of Tiruvendipuram. Shri Venkatanahajo Kaitakiyasiya Savatanta Swatanto Vehantariya Vayo Masan Nijeyo Saisayamiyammi Namahatiya Sananaham Satcham Dasana Achyuyam Tirajoyim Kalulanai Tadatamalam Ahindanayaro Sahaya Lekagahindam Himkara Satchatuhituha Sayambuhehini Vilasana Vahittimahi Paniya Balena Maye Panjarasuya Jappiyam Bakunaya Pasayam Malinam Vibasiyam Maha Kinkara Satchatuha Kitti Jonna Pasare Laggam Lahayu Visuddhim Racha Salinam Batipahaya Sotagayam Tattarinayena Taviya Sohayutiya Sananaha Turja Samaye Vandittaramahyanam Majjamisuyina Balisa Majjatuhi Amma Guru Namachuya Chiya Siya Sannamilagamayito Parivayesi Paramatto Varesiya Pandiyatana Mammanam Yesu Desiyanam Janhailarisu Punna Chandova Pudo Kalusha Jalesu Vahamso Kasaya Kaburesu Tasi Achyuyanakana Ayamameta Pamano Agoviyanam Payasaniyama Abbo Saddaya Solabo Turamuya Sinaya Satchu Dolayante Sai Kaviya Sayalehim Sharanagaya Satcha Satchananandam Ullangiya Diviyantam Uvenisayanam Sayayi Gayanti Tumam Kurisinekira Sikenavi Tavesina Santa Vijjasi Anannatiyo Harasini Hila Hirasi Ahinnanayarinda Anagajohi Puranto Alupamiyasaviyacchuya Sattituha Sayaladharanahi Vahutta Tena Padivattu Punno Suvasi Apadihaya Niyatihi Sarvagayo Sayalana Dharamaniyamana Samittana Niyamasantiyo Sarvatano Suvasi Apadiya Achyuya Savvo Saidamsiya Kajjakarana Tanakapuro Purisa Bahana Sariro Bhuvanana Mosi Achyuya Ovayana Niyasam Kappasanaho Varasi Nimitta Tanamvi Abbuya Sati Visamaguda Kurapayare Jalam Vakamanna Saranam Tuhakeri Niyakamma Satineya Achyuya Bamayi Tavaranta Visesha Purisa Tujja Vihuri Achyuya Rachiyatiha Sannayo Nadiparam Tujjanam Savisiri Hoyi Tujjakim Muniram Nautuha Sarisabbahiya Rahatumam Yavva Savvaloya Saranno Yayavanana Saram Yamuniyam Tiyasanaha Yaravinta Kavitarkika Simmaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Thank you.
Next is Leya Ramprasad.
going to sing a song by Swami Chandrasekhara Saraswati in Sanskrit. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijetrim. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijetrim. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijetrim. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijetrim. Atmavadev paranapi pashyata. Atmavadev paranapi pashyata. Atmavadev paranapi pashyata. Yuddham tyajata spadham tyajata. Yuddham tyajata spadham tyajata. Tyajata pareshva kramamakramanam. Tyajata pareshva kramamakramanam. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijetrim. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijetrim. Janani prithvi kamadukate. Janani prithvi kamadukate. Janako deva sakala dayalu. Janako deva sakala dayalu. Damyata datam dayatvam tyajata. Damyata datam dayatvam tyajata. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam. Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam.
Our last performance for the day is by Mrs. Sangeeta Shaju. Come on. Okay.
Shridhar.
Hari Om. Namaste to the Sanatana Dharma devotees. Myself, Asha Pradeep, I welcome you all to this second day session. And before we proceed, I would request Sri Dushyanth Shridhar ji, along with the judges, please, Srimati Rukmini Preeti ji, Sri O.P. Sharma ji, Sri Biju Menon ji, please accompany Sri Dushyanth Shridhar ji to light up the diya. Sir, Pratapan sir also, please. It's okay.
bass. Reduce the bass.
रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्. Is it audible? लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहदस्तरितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. माता पिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेर् वकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना. भूतं सरश्च महदाह्वयभट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेणु परकाल यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. श्रुतीनामुत्तरं भागं वेगवत्याश्च दक्षिणं कामातधिव सञ्जीया कश्चिदद्भुतकेसरी तपनेन्दु अग्निनयनः तापानपचिनोतु नः तापनीयरहस्यानां सारः कामासिका हरिः आकण्ठमादिपुरुषं कण्ठीरवं उपरि कुण्ठितारातिं वेगोपकण्ठसङ्गात् विमुक्तवैकुण्ठ बहुमतिमुपासे बन्धुमखिलस्य जन्तोः बन्धुरपर्यङ्कबन्धरमणीयं विषमविलोचनमीडे वेगवती पुलिनकेळि नरसिंहम्. स्वस्थानेषु मरुद्गणान् नियमयन् स्वाधीन सर्वेन्द्रियः पर्यङ्कस्थिरधारणा प्रकटित प्रत्यङ्मुखावस्थितिः प्रायेण प्रणिपेदुषां प्रभुरसौ योगं निजं शिक्षयन् कामानादनुता अशेष जगतां कामासिका केसरी विखस्वर नखस्वर रुधिर हिरण्य वक्षस्थली विनर्गळ निरर्गळ रुधिर सिन्धु सन्ध्यायिताः अवन्तु मदनासिका मनुज पञ्चवक्त्रस्य माम् अहं प्रथमिकामित प्रकटिताः बाहवः सटापटल भीषणे सरभस अट्टहासोद्भटे स्फुरत्कृधि परिस्फुट ध्रुकुटिके विवक्त्रे कृते कृपातपटके सरिन् धनुजडिम्बदत्तस्तना सरोज सदृशा व्यतिभीषज्यते व्यज्यते त्वयि रक्षति रक्षकैः किमन्यैः त्वयि च अरक्षति रक्षकैः किमन्यैः इति निश्चितधीश्रयामि नित्यं गृहरे वेगवती तटाश्रयं त्वाम् इत्थं स्तुतः सकृतिहाष्टविरेशपद्यैः श्रीवेङ्कटेश रचितैस्त्रिदशेन्द्र वन्द्यः दुर्दान्तघोरदुरितद्विरदेन्द्र भेदी कामासिका नरहरिर्वितनोतु कामान्. A very good evening to the gathering here. It is my fortune to be in this beautiful country of Bahrain for a series of lectures that commenced yesterday and that shall culminate tomorrow. Day one, yesterday we had the opportunity to compare the aspects as witnessed and seen of the Lord in Sri Krishnavataram. Today and tomorrow we have lectures again scheduled. While the Lord incarnated as Lord Sri Rama, at one point in time, while they were dwelling in the forests of Dandakaranyam, it is then when the widowed sister to Ravana, called Shurpanakha, she came and proposed to Rama. While Rama rejected her proposal, she was at one point in time humiliated. She then went and complained to her brothers Khara and Dushyanth, who came and fought on the war field of Janasthana with Rama and Lakshmana. Later she goes and complains to her brother, who happens to be the king of Lanka, called Ravana. He comes in the disguise of a sannyasi and asks his uncle Maricha to go in the form of a gem-studded golden deer to lure Sita. Sita was amazed at the deer, asks for it. Rama runs behind it. Sita then dispatches Lakshmana. At one point in time, Sita gets abducted. Rama and Lakshmana, who are in search of Sita, come all the way down to the forest. They meet up with the dying Jatayu. They bid a farewell to the very devout Shramani, called as Shabari, because in Sanatana Dharma, women are generally not allowed to take sannyasa ashramam. So if they live like sannyasis, they are referred to as Shramani. So Valmiki uses the word Shramani. So the Shramani, called Shabari, attains the abode of her Acharya Matanga Maharishi. And this continues further, where Rama and Lakshmana sign an MOU with Sugriva. He kills Vali and relieves Sugriva's wife Ruma from the clutches of Vali. As both of them continue their sojourn, they reach the shores of the Indian Ocean at a place today which in Tamil Nadu is called as Tirupullani. That is where they give asylum to a refugee who seeks citizenship in India, called Vibhishana. So, after having given him asylum, Rama now thinks as to what would be the best way to reach Lanka. That is when Vibhishana tells that you need to obtain the permission of Samudra Raja. You need to get eco-clearance. Samudra Raja has to give a clearance, then only you can construct the bridge. So Rama lays a bed of darbha and reclines on it. He is called Darbha Shayana Rama even today. The temple is called the abode of Adi Jagannatha in Tirupullani. The temple is famous, and what is more famous in the temple is the prasadam called Payasam. At times the prasadam of the Lord overtakes the Lord himself. What is the best way to reach the man than his tongue in his stomach? So the Lord reclines. He waits for the Samudra Raja to arrive. 3 days have passed by. He doesn't arrive. At that point in time goes as per the book. The book says you have to seek permission and you will get it in 3 days. So Rama gets immediately angry. This is one of the very rare instances where you see Rama getting angry. At that time he tells, Chapam anaya Saumitre. Hey Sumitra's son, Saumitre, who is Lakshmana. Sumitra's sons are two. Both Lakshmana and Shatrughna are Saumitris. But what is relevant to the context is Lakshmana. Chapam anaya Saumitre. Get me my bow and quiver of arrows. Anaya. Get it immediately. Rama shouts. Lakshmana himself is surprised because this angry young characteristics are that of him, not of Rama. He thought, what has happened to him? Is this Sahavasa dosha? Just because he has been staying with me, he has also started getting angry. That time, you know what Rama says? If you fail to get my bow and quiver of arrows, Lakshmana, I shall take the army of monkeys from here to Lanka by drying up the oceanic waters with my nails. Angulya grena tan hanyan icchanna Hari Ganeshwara. Hari in Sanskritam has various meanings. Harir harati papani. The one who steals the sins that we have committed is called Hari. The one who is in the form of a lion is called Hari. Aho bilahari priyakari, Hari priyakari, bilahari priyakari, Aho bilahari priyakari, Aho bilahari priyakari. Hari in Sanskritam is lion. Hari in Sanskritam also means monkey. Hari Ganeshwara, Hari Ganam means community of monkeys. Ishwara means the leader. Hari Ganeshwara means the leader of the monkey communities. So Rama tells, Hey Sugriva, Hari Ganeshwara, Angulya grena tan hanyan. I shall use that which is born at the end of my fingers, which is my nails. As per Shastram, a Kshatriya cannot deploy his teeth or nails to attack another person. He has to use his arms. Bahu rajanya kritaha uru tadasya yadvaishyaha. He cannot use his nails and teeth. Suppose the king start fighting by biting each other. It won't look good. Right? He cannot use his teeth and nails. But Rama tells, I will use my nails. Rama, who is called as Kshatriyottama, how can he use a rule saying that I will use my nails? The commentator tells, because by mistake Rama remembered his previous avataram, which is Nisimha avataram. See, that is called inertia. He uses nails. So the same practice continues. So he said, even I will use my nails. So the impact of Nisimha avataram is so much that you can see it even in Rama avatar. So thereby, the one who owns the nails is the topic for the day. This is the introduction. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we have Nisimha avataram, which is being detailed in the 7th canto, Saptama Skandam. In Sri Vishnu Puranam, we have Nisimha avataram coming in the 1st and the 2nd cantos itself. It comes very early. Nisimha avataram has found a separate Puranam itself called Nisimha Puranam. Saint Tyagaraja, who is hailed as one of the foremost of the Carnatic Trinity composers, has written a Geya Natakam, a musical opera called as Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam. So Nisimha avataram has found a place everywhere. We have to begin somewhere. This is where we need to start with the Dwarapalakas. You might have heard of this. You will all be well aware of it. There are many sets of doors to Vaikuntham. Vaikuntham is of two types, Vaikuntham 1.0, 2.0. Sir, is this some movie or is it iOS version? What is 1.0, what is 2.0? 1.0 Vaikuntham is the one that has been mentioned in Vedam. Tat Vishnoho Paramam Padagum Sada Pashyanti Surayah Digiva Chakshuradatam Tat Vipraso. This is that Vaikuntham. To reach this Vaikuntham, one has to either perform Bhakti Yogam or Sharanagati. And then when the opportune time comes, the Jivatma from the Hridaya Kamalam will depart to the 101st Nadi called as Sushumna Nadi, cross each of the spheres and then cross the Viraja Nadi and go to Vaikuntham, where it can never come back. Nasa punaravartade, nasa punaravartade, tells Brahma Sutra. The Jivatma will not come back. What if the Jivatma doesn't like Vaikuntham? Even then he cannot come back. He has to stay there. This is 1.0 Vaikuntham. 2.0 is called Karya Vaikuntham. Karya Vaikuntham means the Lord makes himself available to all Jivatmas who have yet not attained moksha, where people can come and leave. They can go to Vaikuntham, seek access, they will show their biometrics, immediately doors will open. They can meet the Lord and come. That is Karya Vaikuntham. So in most of the places of our Puranas where we see Narada and Brahma going, it is Karya Vaikuntham, because Brahma is a Jivatma. He has not attained moksha. Now Dwarapalakas are many sets in number. So there is Kumuda, Kumudaksha, Jaya, Vijaya and so on. So there are 7 boundaries as per Shastram for Vaikuntham. Don't ask me if there is CCTV footage available. I have not seen. Had I seen, I wouldn't be here. Shastras tell that there are 7 doors for Vaikuntham. I believe, that's all. Now, one set of Dwarapalakas are Jaya and Vijaya. We have this concept in the south of India of unnecessarily adding an A to make it an A. Jaya, Vijaya. Then it will become Strilinga Vachaka Shabda. Correct? Govinda, Padmanabha. Then it is wrong. Because Akaranta Shabdana Strilinga. The word gets a feminine gender. The North Indian pronunciation will be to cut short that last sound. Ram, Govind, Padma. What will happen to that Akara which comes after that? It is neither Govinda nor Govind. It is Govinda. That A sound should come. Then otherwise it's not Sanskrit. It is some other language. In Sanskritam you have to complete that Hraswam. It is Govinda, Padmanabha, Damodara. And you have to add that if it is Napumsakalingam or if it is Dvitiya Vibhakti, you have to show that in Shantakaram. Then only you are showing that it is Dvitiya Vibhakti to the one who is Shanta incarnate. That means Shantakaram. Shantakar, Bhujakshain, Padna, Suresh. Is this some attendance in the classroom? Vishwadar, Gagan Sadish, make one. Shubham, present miss. Lakshmi Kant, present miss. Lakshmi Kantam. Only if you add that in, the meaning will come. Who is Lakshmi Kant? So, it is neither Govinda or Govind. It is Govinda. So, it is not Jaya Vijaya. It is Jaya Vijaya. Even our years are called after that. Jaya Nama Samvatsare, Vijaya Nama Samvatsare, Vikari Nama Samvatsare. So these are all the names of our 60 years. We have got a 60-year cycle to our Samvatsara. So Jaya and Vijaya were the Dwara Palakas. Dwara Palanam means one who protects the boundaries. So there were 4 people. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanat Kumaradi. So there were 4 people. They had abstained from physical relationship. They said, we will not marry. And we will not have any relationship. We will all be celibates. So they had visa on arrival everywhere. They don't have to apply for anything. The moment they arrive, doors will open. Jaya and Vijaya were not aware of this clause 4 and clause 6. So they stopped Sanat Kumaras when they arrived to Sanat Kumaras tried telling, refer to your book, our names will be exception there. We don't have to go through security. They said all this. Jaya and Vijaya did not believe them. Immediately, Sanat Kumaras got angry and they cursed that Samrambhayogena, through Samrambhayoga you will be born on earth. Initially they said you will be born on earth, but then given a choice, they said, when will we reach Vaikuntham back? That is when they gave a choice. You can either take 7 births of being the devotees of the Lord, or you can just take 3 births by being enemies to the Lord. They said the second option is better. We have to reach the pavilion faster. So we don't mind opposing the Lord. It's called Samrambha Yoga, where you keep opposing the Lord. Will you still reach Vaikuntham? Yes. Sir, this is a better option. If we have to love the Lord, then we have to learn Bhagavatam, Ramayanam and all. If you have to oppose the Lord, you don't have to learn anything, yet you will get Vaikuntham. Chota recharge, free talk time. So, you can do this. What should we do? See, Jaya and Vijaya were given an option. Then they said, we will like to oppose the Lord. Then they were born as Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Then they were born as Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and then Sishupala and Dantavakkara. In 3 different points of time, which we refer to as Krita, Treta and Dwapara. On the other hand, we had a Rishi, Maharishi, who could foresee what was to come. If with lot of austerities and penance, you will know what is going to come. You will know that there will be a lecture today. Whether it will be good or bad, you can stay back. If you can foresee. We don't have those powers, you are all caught today. Now, the one who can see in Sanskritam is referred to by the root word Pashya. In Sanskritam, Pashya is to see. If I say he sees, then I will say Saha Pashyati. If I say she sees, then I will say Sa Pashyati. If I say I am seeing, I will say Pashyami. I don't have to say Aham Pashyami in Sanskritam. Remember this. You're following me? In Sanskritam, you don't have to necessarily say I see. Because in Pashyami, the verb itself, Shyami indicates only I cannot use for any other person. If you want, you can say Aham Pashyami. That is not wrong. But even if I say Pashyami, it means only Aham Pashyami. Then, if I use it in a second person, it will become Pashyasi. In Sanskrit, you have the beauty of having singular, dual and plural. You don't have book and books. You have book, 2 books and many books. Saha taute, Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. Now, Pashya is the root word. This Maharishi just did not have the ability to see. He could foresee. Seeing is what is within a certain radius. Foreseeing is what is seen beyond a certain radius. Since he was able to see what others couldn't see, since he was able to foresee and see, the name of him was derived from the word Pashya, so he was called Pashyaka. But in Sanskrit, when you derive a noun from a verb, you have to reverse the resultant word. Pashya becomes Pashyaka. You reverse it, it will become Kashyapa. Pashyakaha Kashyapo Bhavati tells Aruna Prashnam in Veda. He was called Kashyapa because he could see. Pashyaka became Kashyapa. Guruda became Garuda. This Kashyapa had many wives. Standard dialogue. Many wives. One set of wives were Aditi and Diti. Sir, these people were called Aditi and Diti. See, Mahalakshmi is also called by the names of these 2 people wrong. Mahalakshmi's names, these 2 people have kept. It is not the reverse. Aditim chaditim deeptam vasudham vasudharinim namami kamalam kantam kshamam kshiroda sambhavam anugraha param buddhim anagham harivallabham ashokam amritam deeptam loka shoka vinashinim tells Lakshmi Ashtotram. Aditi and Diti. Diti, she went and spoke to her husband. Who is her husband? Kashyapa. Youngsters should be alert. Kashyapa. So, Diti went and told her husband, I wish to have children with you. In those days, you have to apply to the husband. So, I wish to have children with you. That is when Kashyapa said, now, if we get together, it is called Raudra Muhurtam, because a day is divided into many Muhurtas. In this Muhurtam, if we get together, then we will end up producing antisocial children. She said, it doesn't matter to me. Whether they are antisocial or not, I want children. So that is when, at the opportune time, they got together, and after a gestation period of 9 months, she ended up producing 2 children. They were twins. But even in twins, the one who comes out first is regarded as the younger brother, as per Shastram. The one who comes later is regarded as the first. There is Shastram, it's called Pinda Dharma in Shastra. Anyways, I don't know how doctors call it. But in Shastram, the one who comes first is younger. So they were Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranya in Sanskrit means gold. Or gold like. Anything that looks gold like is Hiranya. Hiranya is the name for gold. Suvarna is the name for gold. You know what is the name for silver? Durvarna. Remember this. Silver is called Durvarnam. Gold is called Suvarnam. Silver is also called as Rajatam. Suvarna Rajatas Rajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmi. That's Sri Sukta in Rigveda. Other names for gold are Hema, Kanaka. While I was coming in the car from my residence, I was hearing Endaro Mahanubhavalu. Parama Bhagavatamau Nivarasa Shivi Bhakarasanaka Sanandana Dhigisha Surakim Purusha Kanaka Kashipusuta Naradatum Guru Pavana Sunu Bala Chandradhara Shuka Sarora Babu Suravarulu Parama Pavanulu Ganulu Sashvatulu Kamala Baba Muzaranu Baba Mugag Indatu Mugha Guru Kanaka Kashipusuta Kanakakashipu is Hiranyakashipu. Suta is his son. So Kanaka, Hema, Suvarna, Hiranya, they are all Paryayavachika Shabdam for gold. Bhagavatam comes with another word, Hatakam. Hatakam also means gold. See, for one element called Auram, AU in periodic table, you have got so many words in Sanskritam. Hatakam. When Lord Shiva and Parvati get together in Kailasham, it is believed in Bhagavatam that a certain liquid flows into the earth and reaches the third layer. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. Now you may be wondering, why are you not calling it Patala, Talatala? You are calling Patala because old Sanskritam did not have La. La was an injunction later. For example, we say Malayalam. We don't say Malayalam. Mala, that La is not there in Sanskritam. Later it was imported. So it's Patala. But there's nothing wrong if you say Patala because later scholars in Sanskritam accepted it. Hatakam is the liquid that gets into the third layer of the earth. That is why when you mine the earth, you get gold. But it comes with a lot of impurities. If a person dupes another person by showing brass as gold, pittal as hatakam, it is called pittalatam. In Tamil it is called pittalatam, right? Pittala as hatakam becomes pittalatam. Yadrichaya becomes in Tamil yadechya. So if we look at the way in which words have been derived, you will be amazed. Now, this Hiranyaksha, he wanted to trouble Mother Earth. So as per Shastra, it is believed that he pushed her to oceanic waters. Sir, ocean is found on Earth, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian. How can you keep Earth in ocean when oceans are on Earth? This is not the oceans that we see and know of. It is supposed to be the ocean of deluge. It is called Pralayarnavam. See, what we need to first of all understand is, the universe is too vast for us to say that I know everything of it. First, to understand Shastram, we should agree the fact that I know very little. Only when we come to know that I know very little will you be able to appreciate Shastra. I know everything, then you don't have to read Shastra. So it is called Pralayarnavam. Arnavam is ocean. Pralayarnavam is the ocean of deluge. So it is believed that it has a different liquid with a different viscosity. Those of you who are chemical engineers, my heartiest condolences. You might have come across this word called viscosity. Viscosity of a liquid. So it is a different liquid with a different viscosity. So this was kept. Anything that is not hollow will start drowning. So Mother Earth drowned and a thin layer of moss was formed over her. Looking at his wife suffering from sinus, she's in water, right? The Lord couldn't withstand. So he came as Varaha Avatar. Udhritasi Varahena Krishnena Shatabahuna, tells Vedam. Vedam talks about Varaha Avatar. Udhritasi Varahena Krishnena Shatabahuna. The celestials went and complained to Brahma. They said, hey Brahmaji, you had created earth with so much of efforts. Now earth is missing. Where do we go now? Brahma took a deep breath. When he took a deep breath, he saw a swine jumping from his nostril. That was all the more insulting to him. Imagine you are breathing in and breathing out when suddenly one pig jumps from your nose. He asked, oh you pig, who are you? That time the Lord held his hands like this and said, Mahavaraha Sputa Padmalochanaha. Even to me who has come as Varaha Avataram, look at my eyes, it will be in the shape of lotus. Now came $1 million question. Saraswati was asked in her kitty party, Saraswati ji, why did the Lord come as Varaha from your husband's nose? Even Saraswati did not know the answer. I will get back to you shortly. Most of the customer care will tell you, press 1 for that, press 2 for that, press 0 for moksha. So she said, I will inquire. Even Brahma was not aware. Whereas Shastra tells why the Lord came from the nostril. Remember that when creation happens, it happens in a certain order. Taittiriya Upanishad tells, Akashad Vayuhu Vayor Agnihi Agni Apaha Adhyam Prithvi Prithivyam Oshadhayaha. These 5 elements come in a certain order. First, Akasham. What is Akasham? Sky. If somebody asks you what is Akasham, from now on, if you are a Vedanta student, you should not say sky. You should say space. Because if you say sky, you will look only up. But space is here. This is all space. This is all Akasha. No sir, this is air. Air is pervaded in the Akasha. Akashad Vayu. Vayu is air. Vayor Agnihi. From Vayu comes fire. Agner Apaha. From fire comes water. Then comes Prithivyam, then Vayor Agner Apaha, Adbhyaf Prithvi. From water comes earth. You have all understood till here? Now you are listening to this and you are going home. Your son is in the US. Hello? From Akasham comes Vayu. From Vayu comes fire. What? Fire comes from air? Water comes from fire. What are you blabbering, mom? He will ask, what will you do? No, don't say like that. You big Swamiji. Swamiji is never wrong. You will say all this. Remember, this order of the gross elements doesn't mean that fire is being given birth by Vayu. Wrong. Understand this in the aspect of Tanmatram. If you pay attention and you sit alert, you will be able to understand Vedanta. Each element will have a specific Tanmatram. Specific Tanmatram in our marketing language is USP. Understandable? Now, Akasham, what is the Tanmatram? Akasham is Shabdam. Sound. Space, to a large extent, can allow transmission of sound. How do you decipher sound? In your body, how will you decipher sound? How will you know of a sound? Ears. So in your Pancha Indriyas, the ear is associated with sound. The sound is associated with Akasham. From Akasham comes Vayu. Vayu is known for sound and Sparsham. Feel. Imagine 45 degrees Celsius in Bahrain during June month. There is no electricity. Suddenly I switch on the fan. You start feeling good because the moment air touches your skin, you can feel it. What makes you feel the skin? So that is the next sense organ. So for Akasham it is Shabdam. For Shabdam it is the ear. From Akasham comes Vayu. For Vayu it is Parsham, which is your skin. From Vayu comes fire. For fire there is Rupam, because you can see where fire is. So for seeing it is your eye. Then comes the fourth Panchabhutam, which is water. For water it is Ruchi. You can say whether it is salty, saltless. You can sense the taste. For the taste it is the tongue. The fifth element is Prithvi, which is earth. Gandhavati Prithvi. When the first water drops of the rain fall on earth, you can smell the earth. Gandhavati Prithvi. So for the special aspect of earth is smell, and you smell through your nose. Who is suffering at the hands of the demon Hiranyaksha? Earth. What is the aspect of earth? Smell. What do you smell with? Nose. That is why the Lord came from the nose. Now, this aspect, Varaha comes, he fights the demon. I am not describing that in detail, because all that you would have seen in VFX, how he fought. So all that he fought, he won the demon. He lifted his wife. His wife is Mother Earth, right? Bhumi Devi, Krischate Lakshmischa Patnyo, Ahoratre Parshve, Nakshatrani Rupam, Ashvino Vyartham, tells Vedam. Krischate Lakshmischa Patnyo. He has got Shri and Bhu on either side. Why did he lift Mother Earth? Because Mother Earth, whose Bhuma Devi, was very upset with her husband. He treats Shri Devi with lot of love. In one avataram, she is Sita. The other avataram, she is Rukmini. Whereas, what does he do with Mother Earth? He walks on her. He swallows her during Pralayam. He vomits her during creation. So she felt very humiliated. Everybody will ask, Miss Bhumi, what does your husband do with you? He walks on me. He vomits me. He eats me. Imagine a husband doing all this with the wife. So that is why Varaha wanted to console his wife, so he lifted her as Bhu Varaha. This dead body of Hiranyaksha was sent to the palace of Hiranyakashipu, the brother. This is where Bhagavatam comes into the 7th canto. Hiranyakashipu has come as a dead body in a coffin. Immediately, Hiranyaksha's mother and wife, Rishabhanu, they come and cry over the death of Hiranyaksha. They say, how bad, misfortunate we are, we have lost a great antisocial element. Immediately, Hiranyakashipu comes. He tells, mother and my sister-in-law, don't cry. What has departed is the Jivatma, not the Shariram. Shariram is perishable. Atma is eternal. Sir, come again. This is what Hiranyakashipu said. There is something called Hiranyakashipu Gita. Like Bhagavad Gita, there is Hiranyakashipu Gita. If you read Bhagavatam, there are 10 verses where Hiranyakashipu gives the knowledge of Atma and Sharira. Sir, when everything was good with him, what went wrong? That is why every human being has a great Krishna in him. But that will last only for a few hours in a day. See, it is called 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajo, Tamo Gunam. See, the start of the lecture, you will, suppose you are in my position, you will notice, first half an hour everybody will be. Next half an hour. Next half an hour. Sattva, Rajo, Tamo Gunam. In 2 hours you can see. No, you are all not like that, you are all telling about other cities. Krishna talks in detail about Sattva, Rajo and Tamo Gunam, the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He dedicates 3 verses for each Gunam. Even our food habits influence us. That's why they say, try your level best to eat sattvic food. Not that people who eat sattvic food are all good. Not that people who don't eat sattvic food are bad. But if you try your level best to transit to sattvic food, you can try to keep your life simple. That's all. This is a suggestion. Now, The moment he advised his mother and sister-in-law of the nature of the Atma and the Shariram, he left that place. People asked, where are you going? I am going to attack Vishnu. They said, what power do you have? Immediately he said, then I will perform penance towards Brahma. Because Brahma is often treated as Ashutoshi. Ashutoshi means one who gets happy instantly. Hey Brahmaji, if you say, he will come. He is very compassionate and merciful. Brahma will come immediately. So Hiranyakashipu left the palace. While he was leaving the palace, his wife Kayatu came and showed her HCG report. She said, I am pregnant. She showed that scale. See, I am pregnant. He said, congratulations. He didn't even say, he tweeted. Nowadays, husband and wife, they message each other through Facebook tweets. I like you so much. Thanks for withstanding me for so long. She tells, I'm also thankful for you to withstand me so long, but we'll be better off in separate rooms. So, now, she immediately said, I'm pregnant. He congratulated his wife and he left for an on-site project, which is to do penance to Brahma. He started performing penance, doing his penance. Whenever such good things happen, Indra will always have a problem. See, in our Puranas, Indra doesn't have a very good nature as per our Puranams. The Indra that we get in Vedam is different. Indra Yaswaha Sayanacharya, the commentator to Vedam, tells wherever you get proper nouns such as this, it indicates the Parabrahman who is housed inside Indra, not directly Indra. Whereas in Puranas, we get an Indra who has abducted horses 3 times, who has misbehaved with women 4 times. There are 7 FIRs against him. 4 women have tweeted me too on him. But despite that, no action. He had a lot of political clout. So, this is the Indra that we know. If somebody causes harm to his power, he will do anything for that. So, he has got 4-5 astras with him. Menaka astra, Urvashi astra, Tilottama astra, Kanakangya astra, Punjika sthala astra. These are all the astras that he will aim. Immediately that Rishi will fall for it. Kaushika, who became Vishwamitra, with lot of penance, he wanted to beat Vasishtha and perform penance. He immediately dispatched Menaka. Menaka and Vishwamitra ended up producing a girl, and they orphaned that girl. And she was brought up by the son of Kashyapa called as Kanva, and she was given in marriage to me. Correct? So Shakuntala was given in marriage to me. Now, Indra tried his level best to disturb the penance of Hiranyakashipu, but Hiranyakashipu was a hard-working individual. There should be some aspect in him, which we can see in his son as well, right? So Hiranyakashipu was very hard-working. At one point in time, Brahma appeared. Brahma generally rides the vehicle called as Hamsam. Hamsam is supposed to be a mystic bird. Today ornithologists say I am not able to spot Hamsam. Just because we are not able to see Hamsam, it doesn't mean it didn't exist. See, those of you here, elderly people, will be able to remember. While you all lived in your ancestral homes in India, you might have seen sparrows building nests in your house. Have you seen? But where are sparrows today? Today 2.0 says that if we use cell phones, sparrows will die. So this is our great contribution to Mother Earth. We use cell phones, sparrows die. They say white tigers are endangered species. In a few years to come, you won't see white tigers. Likewise, there were certain birds called as Hamsam. Hamsa birds is believed to have been one rare species that had the ability to absorb the milk portion from the colloidal solution of milk and water. So if you keep milk and water together, they will absorb only milk. They had that portion. Don't ask me how you can do that. Probably they will separate water as water vapor, use distillation process. Some process they will do. Now don't ask me the technicalities of it. What, sir, if I keep Oving milk or Anandini milk or heritage milk before Hamsam, will it be able to separate? I said it will separate milk from water. It will not separate only water. What you get today is white water. So, if milk and water are mixed, it will separate milk and water. What if it is only white water? There is no milk in it, it will not separate. So, this hamsam is a slow bird. It will go very slowly. That is why the gait of a woman in those days was called as that of the gait of a hamsa. She walks like a hamsa, hamsa gati. Because hamsa is supposed to be a bird that relishes every second of its walk. It's like slow motion. Have you seen movies in slow motion? Hero will run like this. Like that, hamsa will run. While I used to study in Pilani, from Chennai, there used to be 2 trains that used to go to Delhi. One was called Tamil Nadu Express. It will go via Warangal, Itarsi, Bhopal, and then finally we'll reach Delhi. Then there used to be another train called Grand Trunk Express, GT. If you start by Tamil Nadu Express today, the day after you will be in Delhi. If you start by GT today, you will not know when you will reach Delhi. So, that was Hamsavahana. So, Brahma will come slowly. Immediately, Saraswati had to pack something for his journey, so she gave coconut rice. Everything was white in their house. So, coconut rice. So, all that was packed, and Brahma came in his Hamsavahana. He appeared before Hiranyakashipu. He asked, "What boon do you want?" He said, "I should not die." The Asuras had in our Puranas a unique aspect of repeating the same mistake. They never learned from history. What was the mistake? They will ask for immortality. They were not able to digest and accept the fact that if you are born, you have to die. If you are born, you have to die. That's the norm. The tenure could vary. A tortoise may die after 120 years. A dog could die after 13 years. That is why they say if you see a 10-year-old dog, it means you are looking at an 80-year-old human being. The period could vary, the scale could vary, but death is inevitable. So he said, "I want immortality." You know what Brahma said? "See, I am myself not immortal. Only if I am immortal, I can bless you with immortality. I am myself a mortal." Huh? So Brahma is also mortal. Yes. That is why when you are doing Sankalpam, you say Adya Brahmanaha. Adya means in the current Brahma. Logically, if you use the word Adya, it means that there is one previous Brahma. Correct? Suppose if I say, "This year onwards I will not smoke." What does it mean? Till previous year I was smoking. If I was never smoking in my life, I will not make a promise. From this year onwards I will not smoke. So till last year also I was not smoking. Will I say like this? So Adya Brahmanaha means from current Brahma, which indicates that there were previous Brahmas. So Brahma is the name of that post. It is not the name of the person. Incidentally, Brahma and Brahmam are not to be confused. Brahmam is Brihatvacha, Brahmanatvacha. That which is big, that which makes the one that attains it also big. That is Brahmam. Brahma is nowhere associated with Brahmam. Brahma is the name of a post. But one thing that is common about both the spellings in Sanskrit is very unique. Brahma, I said. But when you write it as Ba. How many of you can write Sanskrit? Write Devanagari. Some of you are Ba. And then you put half Ra. So it is Bra. Then you put half Ha. And then Ma. So if you pronounce it in the way you write, what should you say? Brahma. Correct? But when you pronounce it, Ma takes precedence over Ha. So you call it Brahma. But when you write it, you put Ha first. This is one exception in Panini's rule in Sanskrit. You need a special class for that. How Panini created a rule for this word. It's very beautiful. There are some exceptions like that. Harini is Hari Patni. For a Pati, the one who associates with a Pati should be called Patini. But exception in Sanskrit is for Patini alone you have to cut that Ta. So it becomes Patni. If you have to learn Sanskrit, you have to spend for a few years and memorize 4,500 grammatical rules. It's called Ashtadhyayi of Panini. Then you have to learn the commentary of it called as Panini's Mahabhashya, Patanjali's Mahabhashya. Then you have to learn Siddhanta Kaumudi. Then you have to learn Nyaya Siddhanjanam and Nyaya Parishuddhi. Then you have to learn Mimamsa. Then you have to learn Tarkashastra. Then you have to learn Vedanta, and finally you would have completed 1% of it. Otherwise, it is not easy to acquire scholastic achievements in Sanskrit, because the language has perfected itself so much that it doesn't give scope for the learner to improvise it. Remember, Samskritam, Kritam in Sanskritam means perfect. Samskritam means that which cannot get any more perfect. We call it Krita Yugam. So Samskritam means that which is perfect. See, look at the audacity of that language. It says I am perfect. And we don't have the ability to even challenge it. To prove that it is, have some knowledge, right? That is the beauty of that language. Now, he said, I want immortality. Brahma said, don't ask immortality, I cannot grant it. Ask your boon in a different way. That is when he came up with a set of constraints. I should neither die during the day nor during the night. Brahma started wondering, even if I add daylight savings, then I will get day and night. What is without day and night? Okay, next. He said, I should neither die at the hands of a human nor an animal. Then he wondered, human, animal, is there a combination of human plus animal? Even in the entire creation, he could not see human plus animal combination. Anything else here in Hiranyakashipu? He said, I just started. I should neither die inside my house nor outside my house. Brahma started sweating. What boons is he up to? Mostly I will lose my job. Anything else? I should neither die in space nor on earth. Brahma said, anything else? I should neither die through an animate object nor an inanimate object. That means a snake cannot bite me. It is animate. You cannot use soda bottle. That is inanimate. No animate, no inanimate. Neither outside the house nor inside the house. Neither space nor earth. No human nor animal. No day nor night. Brahma, anything else, my dear son? Brahma thought he's going to lose his job, because when you grant boons which are beyond your jurisdiction, you will be punished by the one who has granted you that power. Hiranyakashipu, is there anything left? Hiranyakashipu thought for some time. I should not die at the hands of anybody who falls under the ambit of your creation. The one who has been created by you should not kill me. Brahma took a sigh. He knew very well that the one who has created him does not fall under the ambit of his creation. See, in set theory we call it as A complement. If you say A is equal to 1, 2, 3, universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A complement will be 4, 5. So if Brahma is set A complement, Brahma complement is the creator of Brahma. Correct? Maths ladda hai? Unga solra hai. Whether my engineering was useful or not, at least in lectures it is useful. So, Brahma immediately granted. There is a beautiful song in Tamil that is dedicated to how Brahma has sprung from the navel of the Lord. Shayanikum perumalin toppul kodi kamala toppul kodi mel Brahman amadavadi. Shayanikum perumalin toppul kodi kamala toppul kodi mel Brahman amadavadi. உலகத்தின் உயிர்களை படைத்தபடிய படைப்பினை திருமால் காத்தபடி அண்டம் பகிரண்டம் அதை காக்கும் அவன் கோதண்டம் விண்ணையும் மண்ணுலகையும் அழகும் மௌவாமன பாதம் அருள் தரும் தேவா வரம் தரவாவா மூவுலகையும் ஆள்கின்ற திருவிக்ரம ரூபா என் நெஞ்சில் பள்ளி கொண்டவன் ஸ்ரீரங்கநாயகன் சயனத்தை ஆதிசேஷன் மேலே திருவடி திருமகள் மடி மேலே பூலோக நாயகன் ஸ்ரீரங்கன் என் நெஞ்சில் பள்ளி கொண்டவன். The Lord Brahma then granted the boon to Hiranyakashipu. But how foolish was it of Hiranyakashipu? He thought he had become immortal. He thought by asking such contrary boons, he had attained immortality. See, this is very, very, very important for us. We may be wondering, Hiranyakashipu's story, how is it relevant in 2019? We all feel we can win over death by keeping our body fit. Keeping our body fit will help only to a certain extent. Not all people who keep the body fit will live for 200 years. They also have to die. Keeping the body fit should be with the aim of serving the Lord till the Atma stays in the body. Some of them will never like to be called. Don't call me uncle. Don't call me auntie. How does it matter? That person is calling your shariram. If you look like an uncle, he'll call you only uncle. Then we have got churnams these days to make us look young. We have got something called anti-wrinkle cream. If you do use that here this side, it will make you look young. What is the use of all this when you have not understood Vedanta? Any day you should be ready for the Atma to depart from your body. Apodekku ippode solli vaithen tells Prahalada. If a person fails to realize the essence of Jivatma and Shariram, you have wasted your lifetime in living in Sanatana Dharma, because Sanatana Dharma talks about the eternal nature of the Jivatma and the perishable nature of the body. Now, Hiranyakashipu, he received the boons. On the other hand, let us see what happened while he performed penance in his capital. While Indra got to know that Hiranyakashipu's wife, whose Kayatu was pregnant, Indra immediately wanted to kidnap her. Since he wanted to kidnap her, he came to the palace, abducted her and kept her on his celestial elephant called Airavatam. As he carried her, she was given some medicine in some cake, so she fainted. Now don't ask me how she was abducted. There will be a story like this. So she fainted. While she was being carried, Narada came in the opposite direction. He said, Indra, that doesn't look like your wife Shachi Devi. Who is this new lady? This is Mrs. Hiranyakashipu. Why are you carrying her? Why are you carrying her? He said, see, she is the wife of Hiranyakashipu. She is carrying the child to Hiranyakashipu. The child will also be like the father. Father is an anti-social element. Son will also be like that. Narada said, Indra, the nature of an unborn child cannot be decided by you nor me. If the rule goes that the father with a bad character will be blessed with the son of a bad character, then your father was a good man. Indra did not understand. You blame. So, he said, what should I do, Maharishi? Narada said, I will take her to my ashram. He took Kayatu to his ashram. Kayatu, suddenly she opened her eyes. After that cake medicine relieved her, she opened her eyes. She suddenly found ashram. Then Narada said, welcome to, in airports they put it, welcome to Miss Kayatu. Kayatu, then she was given some room number 101. He said, see, you press 1 for intercom. Anything you want, you tell. Whatever cuisine, Thai cuisine, South Indian cuisine, North Indian cuisine, whatever you want, you tell. You are pregnant, whatever you want, you ask. Every day you will have 2 hours of my lecture. Evening, 6 to 8. But you can have heavy dinner and come. See, that is the biggest disadvantage. You should not listen to a discourse after dinner. That is why they are giving after the discourse. So when you keep listening, there is a chance to go into Brahmananda. So, She used to eat and then she used to listen. So the only audience for Narada was Kayatu. It so happened one day it was heavy dinner, very heavy dinner, 4-5 dishes, 3-4 sweets, big platter. After that she sat for that lecture. Narada was trying to explain the meaning of Narayana Nama. Om idibhya hared nama iti paschat Narayana yetu parishtat Om ityeka aksharam nama iti dve akshare Narayana yedivancha aksharani. He tried explaining all this. Suddenly, while he opened his eyes, he heard a snore. Then he looked, Kayatu was sleeping. He felt it was very humiliating to him. Imagine I am giving a discourse. Somebody in the first row is sleeping. So you should make up your mind when you sit in the first row for a lecture. If you want, you can choose the last row. I cannot see the last row. So, she started sleeping. Narada thought I should stop the lecture. He stopped. It is said that he heard a voice that said, "Oh." He was wondering where the voice is coming from. Then he came to know that the fetus was wanting him to continue the story. Because as per our Shastram, it is said that in around the 7th month, the child can sense the touch of the mother and the father. This is what Shastram tells. I don't know whether the medicinal field agrees to it or not. But Shastram tells that the child can sense the touch of a mother and father. It goes one step beyond and says that the only instrument which a child can sense while it is in the 7th and the 8th month within a mother's womb is that of a veena. Have you seen veena? How does veena look? Veena looks like veena, sir. What question is this? Veena, you might have seen a big pumpkin-like thing here, and then many strings. This is the veena that was invented 400 years before by Raghunatha Nayaka of Madurai Nayaka dynasty. In history, we don't have this shape of a veena. Note this point. When you look at the Hoysala structures of the 12th and the 13th century in Belur, Halebeed, Somanathapura, you come across a different structure of a veena. So veena existed, but not the veena that we see today. This is an invention in the 16th and the 17th century by Thirumalai Nayaka around that period in Madurai. Now, veena sound is the only thing that a child can recognize. That is why in traditional families, in the 7th and the 8th month, they will perform the Seemanton Nayanam or Pumsavanam. That time they are ordained to play the veena, no other instrument. And in the veena, they have to play a certain mantra. Because in Vedam, there is a mantra. As per Shastra, if you recite that mantra, the child will be able to relish it. And that mantra will specifically tell on the banks of which river you are. Vedam tells Yamuna, Tire, tells Vedam. So you have to play that in the veena. You have to lift that swaram there. But now we are not in Yamuna Tire. What to do, sir? Whichever is the closest river. If you are in Bangalore, you have to say Kaveri Tire, Hubli Tire, Ganga Tire, Payaswini Tire. You have to tell that river's name. Mississippi Tire, Missouri Tire. You have to tell that name. And then you have to do. That is why in Narayaniyam, Narayana Bhattatri say, Munehe Veena Panau. In the 24th Dashakam, he tells Munehe Veena Panau. Why should he specifically tell Narada who carries the Veena? Because it was the 7th month. Then at the opportune time, the child was delivered. And now he had to be given a name. So he was called Prahalada. Harivamsha tells that he had some elder brothers as well. Ahlada, son Anuhlada and so on. So Prahalada was not the only son. But Prahalada was the only son born in the ashramam of Narada. Now this child was at the age of 2. When his father returned from obtaining boons from Brahma, you are able to connect? Now Brahma has come. Brahma immediately sees his wife in Narada's ashram. Then she accounts what all happened through Indra, and then She tells that Narada protected her. Immediately Hiranyakashipu gives a certificate to Narada with his signature. Narada thought, what a misfortune. From him I'm getting the certificate. Anyways, he said thank you. And then he took his child home. And he asked his child, my dear son, Prahalada, tell me something that you know good. Whatever you know, you tell. In some houses, the child will just be 20 days old. Newborn child. Appa enga irukka? Appa enga irukka? Adu yariyo paathu. If the father is smart, he should go and stand in a place where the child is seen. So, what happens is, whatever we wish to achieve, we try throwing it upon our children. And we want them to become Nobel laureates even at the age of 1. See, 1 plus 1, 2, he's saying he'll become great Nobel Prize. So the father asked at the age of 2, my dear son, tell me something that you know well. This is a shlokam from Vishnu Puranam that I'm going to state. Shasta Vishnuraseshasya Jagato Yo Hridi Sthitaha Tameva Paramatmanam Tatakakena Shasyate. Shasta, my dear father, if you ask me what I know the best, I just know of one thing. Shasta is the one who protects us. Who is that Shasta? Vishnu Aseshasya. There is one person called Shasta who's protecting me and you. Father was surprised. Where did he know? Did he Google and see? How did he come to know of this? Shasta Vishnu Aseshasya Jagadoyo Pradisthitaha. Shasta means the one who protects and commands us from the within. He is called Shasta. Shasitaram idi Shasta. To understand this better, my Acharya used to always come up with an anecdote from Sri Mahabharata. I spoke about Mahabharatam in essence yesterday. When Pandavas had completed the tenure of 12 years called as Vanavasam and then 1 year of anonymity called Ajñātavasam in Matsya Desham of Virata Parva, they all returned to the capital city of their father-in-law called as Kampilyam of Drupada. The moment they returned, the father asked, Drupada asked, now what do we do? Then Krishna said, I will go as a messenger. I shall go as a messenger. He left that place and went as a messenger. Even before Krishna could come to Hastinapura, people got to know that Krishna was going to come as a messenger. Immediately there was a round table conference. There was a group called V5, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Duryodhana, Vidura, and so on. They all said, we'll all get together. Duryodhana said, somebody was writing the minutes of the meeting. Duryodhana said, Krishna will come tomorrow. Nobody should respect him. Got it? These people had to nod their heads because every month ECS salary was coming through him. So they had to nod their heads. Said, okay. Duryodhana said, you all will do what I do. Agreed? You all will do what I do. Immediately Bhishmacharya recorded in his mobile. Come, tell that again, Duryodhana. You will all do what I do. Immediately he recorded and he circulated amongst his B5 group members, Kripacharya. He immediately looked at Vidura, the brother to Dhritarashtra and Pandu, and said, Vidura, 3 in 1,000. 3 in 1,000. Vidura said, yes, 3 in 1,000. Some code word. Dronacharya did not know. He was wondering, what are these two people trying to communicate? 3 in 1,000, 3 in 1,000. Sir, please explain to me. Bhishma said, Drone, you will see tomorrow. Krishna entered the court. Everybody stood up. He got extremely angry. What happened after that? Krishna's expedition was a failure. He was not able to convince Duryodhana. After Krishna left Hastinapura, immediately again another round table conference. How dare you all stand? Bhishmacharya said, see, we followed what you did. Huh? You stood up, so we all stood up. Where did I stand up? Call that video person. Play video. They played. The first person to rise from his seat when Krishna came was Duryodhana. What did he say? You have to follow what I do. So others followed. Then Dronacharya, see, okay, that is understandable, Bhishma. But I am not able to understand at 3,000. Hey, Dronacharya, the one who protects us, the one who protects you and me, the one who's housed inside you and the same one who's housed inside me is the one who came in front of us. When the one who is within us comes in front of us, even without our volunteering, we will naturally rise. The one who controls from the within is called Vashatkaraha in Sanskrit. Hey Dronacharya, remember, in a few years later when I am lying on the bed of arrows on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, I will come up with Vishnu Sahasranamam of 1,000 names. The third name is Vashatkaraha. That is why I told Vidura 3 in 1,000. So, this Vashatkaraha, Vashat in Sanskrit means one who keeps others in his control, Vasham. So this Vashatkaraha is also called Shasta. That is why this boy, Prahalada, told his father, Shasta Vishnuhu Aseshasya Jagadoyo Hrudisthita Tameva Paramatmanam Tata Kakkena Shasyate. Immediately, after listening to his son giving a beautiful lecture, the father was very unhappy. He thought, I am trying to eradicate that Vishnu and he is joining the opposite camp. He should be tutored well. He is getting spoiled with Google. So he sent his son to the tutelage under the two sons of Shukracharya called Shanda and Amarka. So Prahalada reached that school. Already there were some other students who were registered. So every day there used to be a part of Hiranyakashapave Namaha, Loka Dhvamsakarana Yanamaha, Loka Dukkhakarana Yanamaha, Asura Yanamaha. This was the Ashtottara Shatanamavali that used to happen. There used to be a huge idol of Hiranyakashipu with a sword, with a big mustache. He will be standing. They will be doing Archana. Prahalada thought this is not right. The next day when the class was to begin at 7 a.m., at 4 a.m. the teachers heard 93.4 FM. Kashtadallirali Utrishtadallirali Eshtadaru Madikettu Irali Krishna Krishna Vembo Sishyalu Beduva Ashtakshara Mahamantrada Namava Narayana Nina Namada Smaraneya Sara Mrutavu Yenanalige Devarari Narayana. The students asked Prahalada, continue. Our teachers have such a bad voice. You continue. Kshemam nalgum Shri Guru Vayurappan Namamallal Uivali Vered O Namo Narayana Pandishaikum Pavanava Idrim Pankaja Karnalagum Kuldalam Tigar Sheviyum Velshangam Tigiri Volitadangan Tantulabam Tavarmabil Minmum Mupuri Nulum Kinkini Idayaka Kalashilam Galagalaka Mandidai Vaikunta Tappatari Kachidane Kandadur Kalipod Panpadi Kunda completed Kannada and Tamil. Say a few words in Telugu. They all want to be multilinguistic. I spoke about Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam. Who composed it? Tyagaraja Swami. You should see the beauty about a lecture is you should remember till it completes. So, Tyagaraja Swami gave this Geya Natakam called as Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam. Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam means the victory to the unadulterated devotion as exhibited by the devout Prahalada. Correct? So it is about Prahalada. Which avataram has to come here? Narasimha. Correct? But Tyagaraja was a Rama devotee, right? So by the end of this Natakam, he said, Rama protected Prahalada. That is Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam. What is this? How can he say? Because for Tyagaraja Swami, everything was Rama. Everything was Rama. In that Geya Natakam, he comes up with this Kirtana. Vasudevayani Vedalinari Lovari Kurigana Pechi Vasudeva. Then the students asked, say a few words in Marathi. Maharashtra is a happening place. Say a few words in Marathi. Rupa pahata lozani sukh jale wo sadhani toha vithala barwa toha madhava barwa toha vithala barwa toha madhava barwa toha vithala barwa toha madhava barwa vithala madhava madhava vithala. They all started doing bhajan. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. When a bhajan is there, you should sing together. Sumara padugal. Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana. They went to this teaching classroom, they saw Prahalada in the teacher's seat. The students were saying, he is a better teacher. You begin one university, start up. Immediately the teachers thought that this boy was incorrigible, irreversible, irreparable. They pulled this boy, dragged him to the court of Hiranyakashipu and said, sir, you have your son. Somehow, my dear son, what did you learn from these teachers? I have transferred so much of amount to them. What did you learn? Every parent should ask. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishno Smaranam Pada Sevanam Achanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmani Vedanam Nidipum Sarvitar Vishnor Bhaktische Navalakshana. My dear father, I have learned the 9 essential characteristics of Bhakti. What is that, my son? Shravanam, listening. See, Sanatana Dharma as a civilization is the only living civilization in the world. Living civilization. You go to Egypt, which has been erstwhile a very rich and thriving civilization. Today, what you see of that civilization is the pyramids, mummy, and sphinx, and a few temples. What was spoken then is not spoken in Egypt today. What was the culture then is not the culture today. Same is the question with Mesopotamian and Sumerian civilization. Same is the position with the Huangpu of the Yellow River civilization of China. But what was recited as Aruna Prashnam in Mohenjo-daro and Harappa is today recited in a narrow village, a small hamlet in the south of India. It is a living civilization. But how has it managed to live for so many millenniums? Because we have been an oral culture. As long as we can keep things in memory, no harm can come to us. If we start believing only by reading what is written, then we are out. I remember one of a great Acharya who lived till 40 years before in Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu. He had memorized the 1,25,000 verses of Mahabharata. If you ask him, he will tell this shloka is from which page and he will quote it from memory. 1,25,000 verses. If you have to store that in hard disk, you need at least 2 terabytes. So big it will be. Because the biggest hard disk in the world is our brain. Now we have come to a position where we ask, how much can we remember? As if we have memorized a lot. How much can we remember? We put ourselves into a self-piteous mode. I still remember when we used to have those dial phones, I used to remember at least 50-60 numbers. My grandmother would ask, what is the name of that chitti? You tell me. I will tell. But today you don't have to remember your own number. We have to tell, I will give you a missed call. You tell me what my number is. So, we have sadly come to a state where memory is left to devices and our memory is prone to rot. Why will we not end up having dementia? You tell me. When you don't use your brain, which will get eventually rusted, then what is the use of the memory cells? We have the ability to memorize all the 4 Vedas, the entire Ramayana, Mahabharatam together and store it. Sir, are you serious? Yes. But why are we not able to do it? Because our brain has stored so much of unwanted stuff that it doesn't know the art of unlearning what it has learned wrongly. See, first you have to learn, you should unlearn what you have learned wrongly. Then you can learn the correct things. We have unlearned so many wrong things, learned so many wrong things. We don't know the art of unlearning those wrong things. Shravanam, if you are a prospect mother and father or a prospect grandmother, grandfather, listen. For a child, the foremost skill is listening. If the child is able to listen for hours together, that child will be great. Shravanam. Sir, I thought reciting is more important than listening. No. Listening is more important than reciting. You are all greater than the speaker. You are all listening. You don't have to prepare. That is the biggest advantage. I have to prepare and come. Okay, what all we should speak today. Listening, Shravanam. After you listen, you need to shell out what you have learned. Kirtanam. Only when you open your mouth, that pronunciation will be right. Some will say, see, I am like that Rishi, I will tell it within my heart. Manasu fullu shulta. Manase illa, idu oram. So, Shravanam Kirtanam, Vainal Paadi Manathinal Sindika. Third is Vishnoho Smaranam, remembrance. Sir, that is a major problem, sir. When we listen, we are able to relish. But if we go out, if somebody asks, what did he speak today? Actually, he spoke a lot of things. But then what to do, sir? In Tamil, there is a special kirai. What is that kirai? Vellore kirai. If you eat that particular spinach, you will get good memory. Try it. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam. What is the fourth one? Pada Sevanam. Sir, whom should we fall at? Some people say if you see an elderly person, you have to immediately fall at it. Some of my friends in Pilani used to say, it is PP sir, Peripona. You have to immediately do this. Do we have to fall at the feet of anybody, sir, or only elderly people? Shastram tells, irrespective of the age, if you find scholarliness in a person, you have to fall. The great sage of Kanchi called Kanchi Paramacharya or Chandrasekharendra Saraswati, he used to wait in the bathing ghat of Kumbakonam to see Vaishnavas falling at the feet of each other, irrespective of age. Pada Sevanam. Some will say, no sir, my grandmother is told that if you fall at the feet of a young person, his lifespan will go. All this is crap. This is not there in Shastra. Because Parashara Maharishi was 20 years. His student Maitreya was 80 years. He used to fall at the feet of his Acharya. Pada Sevanam. Archanam. What is Archana? The name of my daughter. What is the name? What is Archana? Archana means the process of celebrating the Lord's qualities through a set of names in the Agamic style. If you go to a temple, the priest will essentially ask, Archana karna hai kya? Kisi ke naam pe karna hai kya? You should say, do it in the Lord's name. Achyutaya namaha, Anantaya namaha, Govindaya namaha. There is a process of doing Archana. First you have to say that I pledge to do 28 namas, 108 namas, 1008 namas. You have to do a sankalpam. Then you have to do. The person who does Archana should make sure that the person who listens to it is able to relish it. This is not the way of doing Archana. You should be very clear in your word pronunciation. And you should do it with Anubhavam. Nandanandana Rajayai Namaha, Nagapattina Rajayai Namaha, Saundarya Rajayai Namaha, Sundara Rajayai Namaha, Lamanya Rajayai Namaha. You should do Archana. This is Archana. What is Vandanam? What is this mudra called in Sanskritam? Anjali. What is Anjali? Oreli, Rendeli, Moodali, Naleli, Anjali. That is not Anjali. Jalayati iti Anjali. That posture, which when done, will make the opposite person shed tears. Jalayati, Jalayati. The opposite person will start shedding tears when you do it. So since this mudra makes the opposite person shed tears, it is called Anjali. In Mahabharata Yuddham, Krishna, who was the Sarathi to Arjuna, at one point in time in Drona Parva, Arjuna had to fight the son of Narakasura. Who is the son of Narakasura? Any guesses? Bhagadatta. Remember this. Bhagadatta was the son of Narakasura. Since Narakasura lived in a place called as Pragjyotishapuram, which historians say it is Dwaravati of Thailand, because Thailand was in those days called Dwaravati and Pragjyotishapuram. Pragjyotisha means that where light keeps coming. Since there were erupting volcanoes in Thailand for quite some time, it could have been Pragjyotishapuram. And since he relied on the glistening gems for business, there are 2-3 hills in Thailand which gives us lot of gems. So it is believed that it could have been Pragjyotishapuram. Some say it is Assam, but not Assam, it could be Pragjyotishapuram. No sir, you are telling Assam should be burning. But that is Pragjyotishapuram. Now, Bhagadatta, who was the son of Narakasura, was fighting Arjuna. In Yuddham, Dhanurveda says you have to release an astram. What is astram? What is shastram? Shastram is any object. Remember this. Shastram is any object. If I insert a mantra into that shastram, it becomes astram. If I insert Agni mantra into an shastram, it is called Agneyaastram. It is said that it will emit sparks, that's all. Now, for every astram, the warrior should learn a pratyastram. Pratyastram is an antidote. So if it is Agneyaastram, it will be Varunastram. If it is Nagaastram, it will be Garudastram. One of the foremost of the astrams is Brahmastram. But Brahmastram also you can manage with a Pashupatastra. And above that is one astram called Narayanastram. And how will I know that the person is releasing Agneyaastram? Suppose the person is releasing Agneyaastram, how will I know? In olden Telugu movies of N.T. Ramarao, there will be some dialogues between songs. On the Yuddha Kalam, N.T. Ramarao Garu will come. He will sing, "Oh Ravana." I go to a war field and start singing in Kedara Godam. When will I complete the Yuddha? But in those Telugu movies, there will be movie songs. And the people who are fighting will be just 5 feet away. Then how will they release the So, Yuddham will not happen like this. For any battle of arrows to happen, there is a specific distance in Dhanurveda that you have to stand. It will be close to 1.5 miles. Miles. So I will be able to see a dot, a speck opposite me. Because he will be that far. It is a Samabhumi. I will see him there. And the person who is releasing that astram will not say, "Oh, beware Arjuna, I am going to release Agneyaastram." He will not announce and release. Then how will I know what astram he is releasing? Only if I know, then I will be able to do a pratyastram. This is where eyesight is very important in Dhanurvidya. See, those of you who know about pilot job, if the pilot who is applying has some short sight or long sight, generally they will have problem in recruitment. Because you should have a very perfect eyesight. The eyesight should be so intuitive and so perfect that you can see that person clearly and you are able to see his lip movement. So when the person takes the arrow and recites the Agni mantram and moves his lips, with the movement of that lips you should be gauging that it is Agni mantram. It is not easy. Dhanurvidya is not easy. That is why you call Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha. Partha was so good at Dhanurvidya that he could see 2 people reciting mantras at the same time. That is why he used to shoot with 2 hands. So it was called Sabyasachi. He could shoot with 2 of his arms. In the east of India, you generally don't have the Aksharam Va. So Va becomes Ba. So it is Sabyasachi who is stitching. Essentially, Sabyasachi Arjuna can actually shoot. So this person who was standing opposite Arjuna, who was the son of Narakasura called Bhagadatta, released an astram called Narayanastram. Because with the movement, Arjuna was able to gauge it is Narayanastram. And for him, it was out of syllabus. Arjuna. So Arjuna said, "Krishna, what do I do now? He is released Narayanastram." Krishna said, "It is a grave mistake that I have made by reciting Bhagavad Gita to you. All through the 700 verses of Sri Bhagavad Gita on the first day, I have been telling that Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. There is no one who is greater than or equal to me. Only if Narayana has an equal, will Narayanastram have an equal? When I don't have an equal, how will my astram have an equal? Oh, Krishna, then what to do? The only one act through which you can send that astram back is put all your weapons down. Go to the Yuddha Kalam, sit and on the war field and put your palms together before the astram and say, I am incapable, forgive me. The astram will go back. Whatever is the pratyastram from Narayana, it is the same pratyastram from Narayanastram. Arjuna did it and it went back. That is the next Bhakti Lakshanam, which is Vandanam. Next comes the act of being subservient to the Lord, Dasyam. What is Dasyam? service, being subservient to the Lord. But in Kali Yuga, if you say this, people will say, why should I be dependent on the Lord? I am independent. I am earning. I have got so many shares. I am independent. We are not independent. If water doesn't come in the taps, what will? Is in your house is water coming? In my house it is not. We are dependent on water. I don't know about the situation here. In India, we are dependent on maid servants. If they don't come, immediately call will come. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ನನಗೆ ಹೇಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು. We are dependent on them. We are dependent on everybody in our life. Yet we call ourselves independent. How foolish we are. We are dependent on everything. Education and job cannot confirm independence to us. Even Stephen Covey, who gives the 7 habits of highly effective people, the 7 habits, clearly demarcates dependence to independence, independence to interdependence. These are 3 stages with which he starts from being proactive to the last one, which is sharpen the saw. So management gurus also have to say that there is no dependence, there is something called interdependence. So dasyam. Then comes the act of treating the Lord as your friend. Sakhyam. Finally submitting your jivatma to the Lord, which is atma nivedanam. My dear father Hiranyakashipu, I have learned all these characteristics of bhakti. Immediately the father thought, this boy has to be killed. He said, call the man who manages the elephants. He said, take my son, ask the elephants to trample him. While the elephant was induced with an ankusham. Have you heard of ankusham? Ankusham is a weapon that has got a hook at the end. It's called ankusham. So it is generally used by the mahots to train the elephants. So the moment he injects them with the ankusham, they will start running like mad elephants. As the elephants came running to stamp and trample over Prahalada, Prahalada said, oh you elephant, you have been asked, you have been commanded to kill me, that's fine. But by killing me, you will be offering injustice to your ancestors. It was your father's father who, at the edge of Trikuta Parvatam, when the crocodile held the foot of that elephant, he cried and called the name of the Lord, and that Lord came and protected him on Garudavada. And that Lord who protected your ancestor is the Lord who is now residing in my heart. If you trample me, you will thereby be ungrateful to your ancestors. The moment the elephants understood the objective of Prahalada's request, they put a reverse gear and went back. Sir, can animals understand? Yes. If you go to certain houses, if you ask, Naya, don't call her Noi, call her Judy. Where is it? Judy Acharya. Judy, are you hungry? See, now they are able to converse with dogs. If I say from Shastram, elephants could understand, they will get angry. We have got selective reasoning. Then, this boy was to be thrown from the edge of a cliff. While he was thrown, it is said that the Lord protected him. That's when Prahalada sang this Kirtana, tells Tyagaraja and Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam. Shridhamana to padamane bhedamaidi modamarama vandanamu raghunandana setubandhana. He was protected from every part of the hurdle by the nature. That is when he was pulled to the court. The father asked, come here. Somebody is trying to protect you. Who is he? Pita, sarvatra asti sada asti. The one who is protecting me is the same one who is protecting you. Sarvatra asti. He is there everywhere. Sada asti. He is there at Sir, you are saying he is everywhere. But what does Purusha Suktam tell? He has got 1,000 hits. Sahasra, Shirsha, Purushaha. Purushaha has got 1,000 hits. It says he has got 1,000 eyes. Sahasrakshaha. It says he has got 1,000 legs. Sahasrapad. But you say he is everywhere. How are you able to reconcile both? We can easily reconcile. Purusha Suktam's intent is not to give the figure of that person. He has got 1,000 heads, 1,000 feet. If it has to give the figure of that person, then it should say 1,000 heads. There should be how many eyes then? 2,000 eyes. But it says only 1,000 eyes. Will he be like Ottakandu Kabali? So, Purusha Suktam doesn't intend to give the shape of that person. It says that the eyes are meant to see. Since the Purusha whom you envision as Parabrahman has thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of eyes, it literally means he is seeing you everywhere. Only if I have eyes positioned in this hall, will I be not able to see what is happening beyond the hall. Imagine I have eyes everywhere, which is Vibhutvam, then I will be able to see. See, generally, how do we discard any waste? Here you are all good, but generally, if you have to discard, how do you do? We ensure that nobody is seeing us. But Sahasranamam tells, Purushaha Avyayaha Sakshi. There is one who is witnessing all this. We can never escape from him. Of course, English comes up with some technical names, consciousness, conscience and all that. The Lord is the Sakshi. So while he is there everywhere at all points in time, my dear Father, you are asking where he is. What answer will I give? Don't give me such complicated answers, my son. Where is he? Father, he is there everywhere. He is so much so pervading that he is within your question. You are asking, where is he? He is there in the W-H-E-R-E. He has pervaded into the language and the letters as well. This man did not understand. He is Arias. So, tell me clearly if he is in this pillar. Father, I've been trying to. Why are you asking specifically this pillar? Because while the entire palace was outsourced to a contractor to construct, this pillar alone Hiranyakashipu supervised. So he believed that nobody could have gotten inside the pillar. Is he there inside this pillar? Yes. Only after this little boy of 4 years of age declared that the Lord is omnipresent, Acharyas tell that the Lord himself realized that he was omnipresent. Oh, I am omnipresent, yes. And then he started pervading every space, every bit, because he knew that this man was fickle-minded. He was a pantaloon. So, he was unsure as to which place he will strike, and if the Lord doesn't appear, then the boy will be ridiculed. Trailokyam etad akhilam narasimha garbham, tells Vedanta Deshika. The Lord pervaded every possible space. 1,000 years before, a student called Nanjiyar asked his Acharya Parashara Bhatta, "Oh my dear Acharya, how did the Lord spend his time within the pillar?" He has to stay in the pillar. Like, how did he spend his time? The Acharya said he was polishing his nails. Pedicure, manicure. What is the hands thing? Manicure. He was doing manicure. Then Hiranyakashipu took the mace. Brahma was witnessing this because if the Lord has to appear, he has to appear satisfying the boons that he has given. If he does not appear in the way Brahma has given boons, then people will say, "No, Brahma's boons are all waste." So he has to satisfy the boons of Brahma. He has to exemplify the words of Prahalada. He has to teach a moral lesson to Hiranyakashipu. Too many duties at one time. It was around 4:35 that evening. Hiranyakashipu took his mace, and as he ran, the entire creation was witnessing what it will never see in the years to come, in the millenniums to come. As the mace struck the pillar, and like a dicotyledon, it broke witnessed. It had the head of a lion, and below the neck was that of a human. Mimamsa manasya samutthidograto nisummarupas tadalam bhayanakam pratapta chamikara chandalochanam spuratkadakesara jhumbitananam karala damstram karavada chanchala spuranti jikmam brukuti mukolbanam stabdhodvakaranam girigandharadbuda vyatattanasam hanubheda vishanam, tells Shukacharya in Srimad Bhagavatam. He tells that the form that appeared had the head of a lion and the torso of a human being. The eyes glistened as if 1,000 suns were smelted together and put into the sockets. The air that went in and came out of the nostrils looked as if the hot air were gushing out of the caves of a mountain. The ears stood high. The hairs were all horripilated on the body. The nails on both palms looked as if Vajrayudam had transformed itself into 10 nails. The tongue of that lion swaggered like the sword that would swagger in the hand of a warrior on a war field, tells Shukabrahma. And that Nisimha jumped. And Vijayendra Tirtha of Madhva Sampradayam tells how he jumped. Bhukhandam, Varanandam, Paravara, Viratam, Dambatam, Porudampam, Dim 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 Dim, Didimbam, Dahamapi, Dahamais, Jampais, Tulyas, Dhuma, Kai, Kumam, Yedatte, Purna Yuktam, Arakarapatumam, Narasimha, Shankam, Chakram, Chitapam, Parishum, Shumishum, Shurabasham, Kusastra, Vajram, Ketam, Kalavasalagada, Kantama, Dukrajam, Jwala, Kesham, Trinetram, Haramusalagadam, Harake, Yurapusham, Vande Pratyeka Paramadanimasam, Patumam, Narasimha, Nasagram, Pinagandam, Paramavadanam, Baddhake, Yuraharam, Raudram, Damshtrakaradam, Amita Gunagadam, Koti Surya, Vinetram, Gambhiriam, Pingadaksham, Gurukudamukam, Shodasha, Dattabahu, Vande Bhimatahasam, Tribhuvana Vijayam, Patumam, Narasimha, Jam, Jakaram, Janu, Dashidam, Janu, Desham, Jam, Jakaram, Hum, Mukaram, Haritakahasa, Yam Dishe, Bambakaram, Bambakaram, Badana Litam, Babaksham, Subaksham, Lam Nakaram, Laguvana Vijayam, Patumam, Narasimha, tells this poet. And as the Lord jumped, he came at a period which is neither the day nor the night. It is called Pradosham. Pradosham is a transitional stage of the day to the night that happens once in a fortnight. That, if you're all chemistry students, you'll all be able to associate the transition state from the SN1 to SN2 mechanism, where the carbon leaves a hydrogen and accepts a halogen. So this is called a transition phase. This transition phase from a day to night is called as Pradosham. Pradosham is erstwhile known to be the best period for worshipping Lord Shiva. It is also the best period for worshipping Nisimha. During Pradosham, 2 people with 3 eyes are worshipped because Nisimha has got 3 eyes, tells Shastram. Tapana Indu Agni Nayanaha. If you happen to go to a temple called Padaladri, a Chola period temple near Chennai, if you ask the priest there specifically to show the third eye, he will remove the tilakam of the Lord and show you can see the third. If you ask him unnecessarily, then he will show his third eye. So be very careful in asking. So this is called Pradosham. So the Lord had to suffice that condition where it was neither day nor night. Next, he appeared in the form of a man-lion. Generally, 2 families and 2 genuses and species can never come together. That is a lion family. This is a human, Homo sapiens. How can they come together? That is extraordinary. What is not understandable to science is understandable only through the Almighty. So he came as a man-lion. The reverse of it is what protects the pyramids. It's called the Sphinx. The head of a human, the body of a lion. Now, he appeared and dragged Hiranyakashipu to the court and made him sit on his lap. So the lap is technically neither space nor earth. Correct? He made himself be seated on the doorstep of the house. If you buy a house, I don't know here, if you buy it in India, the seller while including the price for the house, he will consider the doorstep also. But when you have to pay the property tax, it is only the carpet area. So the calculating person is unsure whether the doorstep is inside or outside. So the doorstep was chosen, and he chose his nails. I started with nails, you remember? The nails. This has a very important connotation in Vedanta. I will tell you, explain that. So he used his nails. Why are nails used? Because it should neither be animate nor inanimate. Why is it animate? Because as you chop them, they still grow. Growing is one of the essential characteristics of living beings. So as they grow, they are animate. But when you chop them off, you don't feel the pain. See, when I chop your finger, you feel the pain. But when I chop the nails, you don't feel the pain. Since it doesn't give pain when it is being chopped, it exhibits the characteristics of an inanimate object. Since it grows when it is being chopped, it is an animate object. So it is like a metalloid, which shares the properties of a metal and a non-metal. So that was used. Okay. Now, why I told you nails are very important in Vedanta perspective. If you pay attention for another 5 minutes, you will be able to gauge the research that is being done by our acharyas. Unlike an entertainment show, you cannot afford to be non-attentive. In Vedanta class, you have to be very attentive, even if it is 8:50. 9:50. Now, as per Shastram, the world can be bucketed into 3 ways. In 6 Sigma, you will learn bucketing. So there are 3 ways you can bucket. One is that which is not a substratum to knowledge. Now don't get confused, I'll explain. I told you English is very confusing. That which is not a substratum to knowledge. Second bucket, that which makes itself a substratum to knowledge. Third, that which controls bucket A and bucket B. Fine. Now, in Sanskritam, knowledge is referred to by one very important word which is called Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam, knowledge, is of 2 types. Chaitanyam is Jnanam. Chaitanyam, which is Jnanam, is of 2 types. Dharmi Jnanam, Dharma Bhuta Jnanam. You are able to remember till here, you are able to follow. What is Dharmi Jnanam? Dharmi Jnanam is that which does not allow itself to be an attribute. For example, that which is knowledge personified is Jivatma, which is Dharmi Jnanam. That which does not allow a second object to alloy with it. Dharma Bhuta Jnanam is that knowledge which seeks a substratum, that which needs a base. उसी को कहते हैं धर्म भूत ज्ञान. Both are jnanams, but they are slightly different. I'll give you an example. I generally go to kitchen to find an example. Have you tasted Mysore pak? That we have tasted. So dharmi bhuta jnanam only is a problem. Mysore pak and all we have tasted. How does Mysore pak look? Mysore pak looks like a Mysore pak. How does it taste? It tastes very good. What will happen if you eat few Mysore paks? You will live here. If you eat beyond a certain limit, you will live there. It can take you to moksha as well. Now, how do you make Mysore pak, sir? Why should we bother? There is so many shops that make. Let's understand how to make Mysore pak. You need besan. Kadalamavu. Whenever you have to do any sweet with besan, first you will have to roast it. Otherwise, you will get a very fresh smell, which is not good for sweets. If you are planning to cook, learn this. Otherwise, don't worry. You have to roast with little ghee, that besan. And then you need 2 other ingredients, which is sugar and ghee. Very, very important. Now, you put them together. So, there is sugar inside the Mysore pak. It has to melt, because if you have to make a cake, the more sugar you add, it will come in the form of a cake. If you put lesser sugar, it will become halwa. Remember this. So if you put sugar and then make it into a cake, then you will grease a plate full of ghee and add this paste to it so that it settles. Correct? So what is there inside Mysore pak? There is sugar. In traditional houses, when they make Mysore Pak, you know what they will do? They will take little extra sugar and sprinkle over this Mysore Pak. Have you tasted that Mysore Pak? That sugar which I am going to garnish this Mysore Pak with, I should not put it at the minute I take this Mysore Pak from the stove, because if it's hot, if I add sugar, that will also get melted. But if I wait for 4 hours and then put sugar, the sugar will not stick to that Mysore Pak. Correct? So I should wait for a time where the Mysore Pak is neither hot nor too cold. At that state where if I sprinkle the sugar will not get melted, but the sugar will stick to that Mysore Pak. Correct? What is inside the Mysore Pak? There is sugar. What is over the Mysore Pak? Sugar. But that sugar which is outside the Mysore Pak has not lost its shape. But it is still stuck because it needs a substratum. The sugar inside the Mysore Pak is Dharmi Jnana. The sugar above the Mysore Pak is Dharma Bhuta Jnana. Clear? Now, the explanation begins here. This Dharma Bhuta Jnana is that attributive knowledge that we all have. This Dharma Bhuta Jnana will get activated for all of us only if one of our external senses sees an object. Let's understand this. I am seeing this mic. How do I know it is the mic? Because while I was 2-3 years of age, while I went for an event, my mother said, mic. So immediately my eye has taken a photograph of it, sent it to my brain, and stored in the library that this object is a mic. But after seeing that object, I have done so many things. After 3 years, I am seeing the mic. Okay. In the 3 years period, I did not remember that mic. But the moment after 3 years, I see this object, my eye will again capture this photo, send it to my brain, and check in my library if I have seen this before. Correct? Then it will overlap. See, if you upload your photo on Facebook, the computer itself recognizes tag. Correct? Likewise, it is saying, this is mic. Immediately the brain will come and tell, this is mic to my tongue. That knowledge which gets activated only when I see the object is called Dharma Bhuta Jnana. Okay. This will not get activated as you grow old. That is why when you see an elderly person who is very old, मुझे पता है मैं कौन हूँ? Because the eye is capturing, the brain is not responding. Dharma Bhuta Jnana gets deactivated. Now what happens to a coma patient? Dharma Bhuta Jnana is not activated. Dharmi Jnana alone is activated. Okay, let's get to the point. That which is a substratum to Dharma Bhuta Jnana is called Chetana, which is Jivatma. That which is not a substratum to Dharma Bhuta Jnanam is Achetanam, which is this object. Okay. So the world can be divided into Achetanams and Chetanams. All our Jivatmas are Chetanams. All the inanimate objects generally are Achetanams. Understandable? Now in our body, the body is Achetanam. Jivatma is Chetanam. But the body looks as if it is Chetanam because of the association with the Jivatma. Clear till here? Yes. Okay. Now the one who controls Achetanam and Chetanam is God. He is the third category, Ishvara Tattva. Achit, Chit, Ishvara. Okay. Mostly, I don't know whether you will all come tomorrow. High level Vedanta, sir. Suddenly you have gone to that level. Only if we learn Vedanta will be progress. How long can we be in Avataram itself? You have to go one step ahead. To establish the Vedanta Sampradayam of Sanatana Dharma, it was not easy for Ramanujacharya 1000 years before, because there were a group of people called Tarkikas. Tarkikas means those people who debate on logic. They said, Chetanam will give rise to a Chetanam. Achetanam will give rise to an Achetanam. See, this is an Achetanam. Yes. Say yes, no, something. Then I can proceed. This is an Achetanam. What is the raw material for this Achetanam? that's also an Achetana. Correct? This is a Jivatma inside, which is Chetana. I have come from my mother. What is my mother? Mother also has Chetana. So Chetana, Jivatma, gives rise to a Chetana Jivatma. Achetana Vastu gives rise to an Achetana Vastu. So Achetanam gives rise to an Achetanam. Chetanam gives rise to a Chetanam. Correct? Now, the world comprises of Achetanam and Chetanam. But both have been given rise by the Lord, who is also Chetanam. Then the logicians asked, see, if the rule applies, then God is Chetanam. How can he give rise to both Chetanam and Achetanam? Was the question. Ramanujacharya answered this in twofold way in Sri Bhashya. One, he said, I will give you an answer of a scorpion. Sir, what is special about scorpion? Generally, zoologists divide living beings into largely two categories. One, oviparous. Second, viviparous. Oviparous means that which comes from the mother as an egg and from the egg as a chick. Birds generally do that. Mother birds will generally lay eggs. From eggs will come the chick. So it's a two-stage process. Human beings are not like that. We don't say my mother laid one egg. From egg after 6 months I came. We come directly from the mother. So we are all called viviparous. We human beings are viviparous. Birds are oviparous. But scorpion is an exception. It is ovoviviparous. The mother scorpion will give birth to the small scorpion as an egg, and that egg will not come out of the mother. The egg will be within the mother. So it is ovi, but when the small scorpion comes out, it will break the egg and break the back of the mother scorpion and come. So it is vivi in nature. So it is ovoviviparous. So the mother scorpion, in order to give birth to the small baby scorpion, needs heat. So the mother scorpion will, in those days, seek heat in the cow sheds. See, in those days, every house will have a cow shed. There will be cows. There was no packet milk. So there will be cows at the backyard. And wherever there are 3 or 4 cows, the cows will keep on excreting dung. And when the dung comes, it will be hot. So the mother scorpion will exactly know where that dung is going to fall. It will go and position itself there. So when the mother cow lays the dung hot, that hot dung will fall on that mother scorpion. So to the onlooker who has not seen the mother scorpion's position her, how will it look? A few minutes later, a baby scorpion will appear from that cow dung. So to an onlooker, it will seem as if the baby scorpion, which is the Chetana, is coming out of the cow dung, which is Achetana. Correct? Now you are able to understand this point. Now let's go to the converse. This body which has the Jivatma gives rise to the nails. So we are Chetanas. Nail is Achetanam. So Achetanam is coming out of Achetanam. Scorpion, which is a Chetanam, is coming out of the cow dung, Achetanam. So nails become very important. That is why in Nrisimhavataram, the Lord defied the logicians. He came out of the pillar. Pillar is Achetanam, whereas the Lord is Chetanam. So an Achetanam has come out of an Achetanam. From the Lord came the nails. So the nails are Achetanam and he is Achetanam. So the Lord has come out of the pillar. So the Chetana has come out of Achetana and the nails are Achetana which have come out of the Chetana. Thereby proving that to the Lord, logic doesn't apply. This is called Vedanta Tattvam in the 3rd Padam of Brahma Sutra. Now, the Lord appeared. He killed Hiranyakashipu. Sir, why is the Lord so violent? Why can't he condition Hiranyakashipu with love? Probably if we are given a chance, we will do that. He did that. We cannot question him. He has done that. What has happened has happened. Now he asked Prahalada, Prahalada, what boons do you want? Had I been in Prahalada's position, I would have said, I have to go to Bahrain. I have to live there. Some boon I would have asked. You know what Prahalada asked? See, my father has committed certain heinous crimes against me. You might have created a memory of yourself that Hiranyakashipu has hurt his son. Don't do that. This was his boon. The Lord said, okay, I forgive you, Father. What did he ask? Some other boon, Prahalada. Prahalada said, oh my dear Lord, I am so fortunate, I don't know what Purva Janma Sukrit that I have done, that you have appeared before me. Seeing you itself is a boon. And despite that, you have opened your beautiful mouth and said, Prahalada, what boon do you want? And how shameless I was. I should have said, I don't need any boon, but I opened and asked, please forgive my father. I asked for a boon. Now you are so benevolent enough that you are asking me, Prahalada, ask for another boon. And now I ask, oh my dear Lord, in the future, if you appear in front of me and ask me, Prahalada, what boon do you want? Grant me the boon that I say, oh my dear Lord, I don't need any boons. Seeing you itself is the biggest boon. This is the boon that I ask. The Lord immediately granted. But he was still angry. For Hiranyakashipu had tormented this boy so much. Immediately the celestials requested, Mahalakshmi, you are his wife, you go and convince him. Only if you go, he will get convinced. Pahi amrutavalli kripa kari vatsale ghatika drisha priyakari padala drisha ranjani deshika pujita kamale shankara pujita vasundhare subhashini sumadura bhashini mandahasini manasolasini aho bilahari priyakari aho bilahari priyakari aho bilahari priyakari aho bilahari priyakari kari priyakari hari priyakari bilahari priyakari aho bilahari priyakari aho bilahari priyakari Kamalasana Pitha Sthite Narayana Dasa Hrudaya Sthite Pahi Amrutavalli. This is a Sanskrit composition that I have done. So, Aho Bilahari Priyakari. In Sanskrit you can split it anyway. Aho Bilahari Priyakari. Bilahari is the name of the ragam. Hari means the lion. Aho Bilahari Priyakari, the one who loves Bilahari, the one who loves the lion. If you split it in another way, Aho Bilahari Priyakari, the one who likes the Nisimha of Ahovila Kshetram in Andhra. Aho Bilahari Priyakari, Aho Bilahari Priyakari, Aho Bilahari Priyakari. This is called as Yamakam in Sanskrit. If you use this kind of a meter, it is called Yamakam. Mrudu Hridaye Daye Mriditaka Mahide Mahide Drida Vibhude Bude Shubhidata Madure Madure. This is Yamakam. His panic wife is Hispanic. Can you get this line? His panic wife is Hispanic. This is called as Yamakam in Sanskrit. I gave you an example in English. In Sanskrit you say Mrudu Hridaye Daye Mriditaka Mahite Mahite Aho Bilahari Aho Bilahari. This is called Yamakam. Well, Sanskrit is a beautiful language which you can keep talking about how it is very mathematically very beautiful. Mathematically it is a wonderful language. You can give formulas through maths. And most of our mathematicians deployed, they would not create separate formulas, they would create a shloka. See, yesterday I spoke about Bhishmacharya, right? Did I speak about Bhishma? Today also I spoke about Bhishma. Bhishma is technically a grihastha, not a brahmachari. What is this confusion, sir? Mukesh Khanna was not married. Told you. Because when Bhishmacharya came to know that his father was in love with the fisherman's daughter, he said, from today onwards I will be a brahmachari. Adyame prabhriti, brahmacharya, from today. Because he was ordained to marry a girl. But the moment he came to know that his father was in love, he sacrificed his life. By then, his vastram had become Panchakacham. See, generally this kind of an attire only a married man can wear. Unmarried men in those days cannot wear, because to show that you are unmarried, you have to wear only a simple dhoti. Only a married man can wear this panchakacham. It has to be folded at 5 places. And your thread will become 3 to 6. So this is called as Grihastha-shrama. But Grihastha doesn't mean a married man alone. Grihastha means the one who is capable to be married and is married, but if he abstains from a physical relationship, he lives like a brahmachari despite being a grihastha. Confusing. So, Bhishmacharya was in the application a grihastha, but he lived the life of a brahmachari. How do we know he is a grihastha? Only a married man can perform fire rites. Only a married man can cook. Only a married man can perform havan. Unmarried man can neither cook nor perform havan. He cannot touch fire. Bhishmacharya performed Agnihotra. Only a married man is allowed to perform Agnihotra. Agnihotra means you have to let fire burn for 3 parts of a day. It's called Dakshinagni, Garhapatyam and Vaishwanara. 3 fires you have to every day. Indian Sanatana Dharma society was very, very orthodox. In a day, 3 times you have to let the fire burn. And only using that fire, upon your death, they will cremate you. They will not send you to a crematorium, electrical machine. They have to use the fire. They cannot use a matchbox. Chapak, chap. No. They have to use the fire from your Agnihotra. Since Bhishma died, Krishna told Yudhishthira, get the fire from the Agnihotram which Bhishma has performed, thereby concluding that Bhishma was a grihastha. So this Agnihotra is performed during 3 parts of the day. How will I know where to perform? One yajnam I have to perform in a circular kundam. The other yajnam I have to perform in a square-shaped kundam. But Shastram tells that the area of the square and the circle have to be the same. This is what Shastram tells. That is why Aryabhatta, close to 1800 years before, comes with a formula. He tells Chaturadhika Shatam Ashta Gunam. Chatur means 4. Shatam means 100. Chaturadhikam means, Shatam means 104. Ashta Gunam, in Sanskrit, Gunam means quality as well as multiplication. 104 into 8 is 832. He says, add it with the Dwa Shashti Sahasram. Add it with 62,000. Sahasram is 1000. So 62,832. He says, divided by Dwa Ayutascha. Ayutam in Sanskrit means 10,000. Dwa Ayutam means 20,000. 62,832 divided by 20,000 is 3.1416, which is pi value. He says, multiply this pi value with the radius to get the same area as that of a square. So for us, it may seem like one shloka, but there is a mathematical formula hidden in it. So this is how they will perform Agnihotra. So we have been technically a very mathematics oriented country. But why don't we know all that, sir? Because our acharyas never believed in publicity. That was the biggest disadvantage. They did not know how to market themselves. Today if you make a small sweet, this is being made with a few grains of rice. Master chef, they say, they'll just make a small thing. My grandmother will make 10 complicated things. She will not know how to market. You keep a beautiful cookie at the top, a cookie at the bottom, and put some whipped cream in the middle. That's called Japanese cake. My grandmother will make 10 other savories 10 times more complicated than this, but she will not know how to market herself. So we as a country, we believed in content, but we're zero in marketing. Very bad at marketing. So today if I say all this, is it real? 3.14? I'm not able to believe, because we believe that our ancestors were fools. That is our general belief. I have been teaching at a business school for about 4 years now. I keep telling my students, my grandmother was an MBA graduate without doing an MBA. She had 3 daughters. She had very little money. She was able to get them married off very well, manage the family very well without 1 rupee debt. This is called financial management. After doing MBA, spending 22 lakhs after writing GMAT, the man is not able to manage his family for 2 months. What management is? I keep telling my students. So management is not about a course. You don't need to learn management. It has to be imbibed in you. It should be there in your blood. Of course, I am not undermining qualification. You should get qualified. You should go to a college. I am not against it. But to think that our ancestors were not MBA graduates, so they failed, is absolute foolishness from our side. You don't need an MBA to manage your family. You need smartness, which my grandmother and all our grandmothers had. Today, with one child, the parents are not able to manage. In those days, 10 children used to be there. All of them were fed well. They all lived a very good life. They were able to manage. Management is an art. And it comes for a few. And I cannot comment for others here. My grandparents and my ancestors were very, very capable and they managed well. I am very proud of it. So I have no qualms and I can explain it in hours together how they did it. But they all did it. They were able to do so many things together. But today to make a small rasam, 2 hours it takes. What is that? So I believe they were great cooks. They were able to manage things. It is not to say that we are bad. We will become better if we learn lessons from them. That is very important. So Nrsimhavataram has a great moral for us. You can never win over death. But you can show your devotion like Prahalada and you can let your name remain eternal. Even though dead, his Jivatma and his fame is still eternal. Today in 2019 in Bahrain, if I am talking about Prahalada, who spent not even 1 rupee in his PRO, 1 rupee he did not spend. But today we are discussing Prahalada. Why? For his devotion. Why are we discussing Hiranyakashipu? For his foolishness. So these are all lessons that we need to learn. We should not admonish our children so badly like Hiranyakashipu. We should not end up supporting our children blindly like Dhritarashtra. 2 lessons. Dhritarashtra supported his son blindly. He ended up in destruction. Hiranyakashipu admonished and tortured his child for no reason. He ended up in destruction. So, it is a beautiful balance that we need to maintain, and the Nrsimhavataram talks about it. It is a beautiful avataram that comes with beautiful temples. If you have time, make a heritage tour to the beautiful places of Chalukya and Rashtrakuta architecture in Karnataka and Maharashtra. You will be amazed. If you go to, have you seen the Kailashanatha temple at Ellora? Ajanta Ellora? Yeah. You know what is the speciality of that temple? It was not sculpted from below. There was a huge mountain and they started sculpting from the top. That entire temple is sculpted from the top and there is no cement. You have to keep sculpting it with no gum materials and you have to go to the bottom. This is high level engineering. Imagine you have been asked to construct a skyscraper from the top. From the bottom itself the building falls. So what kind of a thought they must have had. Every part of it, if you look at the sculptures of Belur and Halebeed of Hoysala architecture of the 12th and 13th century, you will see the intricacies of sandstone work, how it has been done. If you go to the Sas Bahu temple, which is called Sahasra Bahu temple in Gwalior and Udaipur, it's called, I don't remember, it's called as Kappajuka's dynasty or something. Kachapaga's dynasty. It's a very important dynasty. The Chandela dynasty came up with the Khajuraho temples. That's called the Kandariya Mahadeva temple. Beautiful architecture. With no engineering knowledge, they could have never constructed. Just that we should be able to appreciate that. So we have a wonderful history and a civilization to us. We should all be very proud of it. As much as proud, so much so that the organizers have brought us here and made it conducive enough for all of you who have made your time on a nice Friday evening to listen to a lecture such as this. my heartfelt thanks from the bottomest of my heart, however bottom I can get. So, for the patience with which you've been seated this long in this lecture, there's only one lecture pending in the series, which is for tomorrow. Same menu, same time. We will have Hanuman as the topic, and we will be covering more or less the entire Sundara Kandam and the lessons that we can learn from it. So, for some of you it may be a working day tomorrow. I would sincerely request you to make some time and come for the lecture. Kudos to the children who performed. I was able to listen to 3-4 performances today, witness one dance performance. My heartfelt appreciations to all those who have done that, and to all those who have done it previously as well. I couldn't see most of them. Proud parents, proud grandparents, proud children who have done that. Thank you so much. And we will have a very quick 5-minute question and answer session. I know it's late. There is Prahalada waiting for you outside. We'll just have quickly 2 questions and then we can leave for the day.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
Namaskaram. So, the question as posed by him was, I did say about Namaskaram, whom should it be performed to? Namaha Shabdam itself is a derivative of 2 words, Na plus Mama. Mama is mine. The Jivatma is not mine, it is that of the Lord. So it is not mine. Not mine is Na Mama. Mama is mine. Na Mama is not mine. Na plus Mama becomes Namaha. Namaha, when you use in certain vibhaktis, will become Namo. So Namaha, and if you do that Akaram and if you do that posture, it is called Namaskaram. Namaskaraha, Namaskaram. These are all vibhaktis that we can derive. Whom should we do to? Namaskaram generally is done to a person of an elderly age. Anybody who is elder to me, I have to do. But there is one rule. In Shastram they say that if I have to perform Namaskaram to my aunt's son, in Tamil he is called Attan. Atta pilla per enna? Attan thane. Malayalathil endana? Atta pilla? Ammai. Endana? Kannadalli ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಅತ್ತೆ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಅತ್ತೆ ಮಗ. Okay, atte maga. It's a simple thing. Atte is son. In Tamil you got a specific word, attan. So if I have to perform namaskarams to my attan, Shastram tells minimum age difference should be 3 years. Shastram tells. That is why Krishna, who wanted to fall at the feet of Dharmaputra Yudhishthira, was born 3 years after him. Tells Mahabharata commentary. So there have been rules at falling at a feet with age restriction. But there is another rule. Irrespective of the age, if the person shows some scholarliness, you have to fall. So one is age, second is scholarliness. These 2 become very, very important criteria. So forget all this. I have heard that the wife should fall at the feet of the husband. What do you think about that? I feel I have to go in a good body condition to India. I don't want to get into this topic, but when I keep narrating that Mahalakshmi was pressing the feet of Vishnu, some women got up and said, this is male chauvinism. Why should Mahalakshmi massage the feet of the Lord? Why can't it be the vice versa? Why can't he massage her feet? I said, all that I am speaking is during the daytime. What happened during the day? In the night he could have massaged, we don't know. So, there is no question of male chauvinism. He is subservient to his wife. He has openly declared, Aham Bhakta Paradinaha, Aham Lakshmi Paradinaha. So we don't have to worry about that couple. Whom should we fall at? The person who is elder to us. At the same time, one who shows scholarliness irrespective of age. These 2 become.
Sir, about the book.
Oh yeah.
They can come and
Yeah, sure. So the book is made available lot of you were inquiring today morning as well. The book is made available. Those of you who wish to buy may kindly contact the front desk, as well as Pradeep will be able to guide you. Those of you who wish to have my signature may kindly wait. Since I'm not a Sabyasachi, I can sign only with one hand, one book only at a time. So you may kindly buy the book and wait for some time. I'll surely sign it. Anything else? The books are available. You can surely, and in that book I've given a lot of mathematical calculations what Vedanta Deshikas arrived at. You can check that as well. Thank you. Kavita Harpika Simha Kalyan Shridhar Vedanta Bhakti.
Hello. Hi. If anybody wish to take pictures with Sri Dushyanth ji, you can come one by one and can take a picture. If you have taken yesterday, then please do not come. Our photographers will be there. They will come. They will take the photos. Group. You can come as a group if you are in a family.
Extra card
Please, one set, let them finish one set, then you can go.
Vishnu, catch this, catch.
Delta team, please give all the food packets to. Let us take one set please. Once you finish, please move down.
These all are together or H135 backload on Please get down so that others can also get a chance, please. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.